Well, good evening, friends, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Storm King's Thunder, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your Dungeon Master for this evening, as we trek through this wonderful adventure of Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition. And we're so glad that you're joining us tonight, as we have an exciting evening planned for you tonight. So we're glad that you're with us. If you haven't gotten a chance to follow us yet, make sure you hit that follow button up above. If you'd like to support us by subscribing, you could do that as well. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, which you can find in the links below, and catch up on all our previous episodes from all of our streaming and programming from right here at Proficiency Bonus. Tonight, I want to throw a couple really quick shout outs to Team MZ, to Many Sided Dice, and Nightshade Creations for all their partnership and support. Make sure you guys go check out the links below, right down in our Twitch stream, to check out their websites and some of the merchandise and features that they offer. So we definitely encourage you to do that. Also, another announcement, don't forget, next week is the Stream of Many Eyes on the D&D channel, which we're all getting very, very excited about. And don't forget also, I've got my copy right here, but you can go ahead and pick up a Mordenkainen's Tomb of Foes. I love it. It's so pretty. Matthew, have you gotten your copy yet?
No, hoping to pick it up this weekend.
All right, sweet. So, as JJ frantically looks around for his copy, I think no. Also, wanted to mention to you guys, Insight Check. Oh, there's JJ.
Yeah.
Insight Check is on its new schedule, new time, which will be Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
Yes, yes, that's correct.
So make sure you guys check out Insight Check, one of our kind of partnering stations and streams. They have a really cool homebrew campaign that they're running. So make sure you check those guys out. I'm excited because now that it's on Saturday night, I get to actually tune in and watch at times. I was enjoying being a member of the chat with Stumpy. Last time. It was kind of strange because usually he's here being in the chat, and now I was in there being part of the chat, and that was fun. I got
I'm excited. We get to reestablish the plot because we've been kind of on a standstill just because we've all been having life issues and scheduling and timing, and now that we've all found the Saturday, I think it's going to work a lot better in terms of plot and just moving along more quickly.
Awesome. Yeah,
So I'm
guys.
excited.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. It's really cool. All right, I'm gonna take you guys over to our players so everybody can say hello. Everybody can say hi. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
As we are. Nice. So welcome those of you who aren't seeing Solo tonight. I'm super stoked about that movie. I'm excited to go see it myself. So I will be doing that at some point this coming week. But just a quick recap from last week. Last week, our party decided to leave Fireshear on an excursion to head towards Everland on the backs of the Griffins, with Dashara leading the way. She kind of helped the group plan a little bit of travel that would be probably the safest way to get to Everland. Maybe take her a little bit longer. It wasn't definitely the shortest route, but she feels that it would be the safest route, and the party kind of agreed. Ashlyn realized that which I'm going to interject really quick. Ashlyn could not be with us tonight, so we're thinking about Ashlyn tonight. We're Sarah, so we hope that she's doing great. Hopefully she'll be back with us next time. But we'll be missing you tonight, Sarah. So make sure you get better, and we'll see you soon. But Ashlyn decided that one of the mounds one of these spiritual burial grounds that Harshnag was looking for ancient relics of the giant kind was on the way. So the party thought, hey, you know what? Let's check this. Let's check out this Morger's mound and see what this is all about. So as they approached, they found that the mound was very large and shaped kind of like a wingless dragon of some sort, with these bones sticking out of the mound itself, with cairns, stone burial sites all around. Approaching at night, there was just nothing to be found. There was no one around. So the party started to investigate a little bit more, and Callista transformed herself into a giant badger and used her burrowing to kind of just burrow these tunnels through this large mound. She uncovered a couple items that were of interest to the party before finally stumbling upon a large gold-plated tooth that she removed from the mound. Upon removing it from the mound, all of these large skeletal creatures that looked like just a combination of many dinosaurs together burst out of the limbs of this mound and started just to descend upon the party, looking very terrible and treacherous, with all this like dirt and rock kind of falling from them as they emerged. And that's where we pick up tonight, folks. Zos, you missed an interesting one, so you're gonna have to make sure that to make sure that you are ready. As actually Diana is flying. You and Deshara were kind of doing these circles above the mound to kind of keep a lookout to see if any of these perhaps barbarians were nearby. That was what your job was last week. As you guys were flying around, you guys were looking at the outskirts of the darkness of this place, which seems to be kind of an open field area on some rolling hills. But you haven't seen any barbarians. You haven't seen anybody approaching until you've heard these beasts kind of just erupt from these areas in the mound. So what I would like to do is, first of all, change our music for the evening. Because that is way too calm for what is about to happen. Let's go ahead and throw some music on. Yeah, there we go. Can you guys hear that?
Yep.
All right. You can't hear it, Moby?
It's for my own sake. I've turned it all the way down.
There you go.
Not quite here. Now let me try.
All right. So, to start things off, they actually have a surprise round on you guys. So this first skeletal beast that is down here next to Moby and Lachlan. Now, Callista, are you still holding the tooth in your mouth, or did you like drop it into Ashlin's hands at the end of last week's episode? I know you.
I think I gave it to Ashlyn. I think I did.
So Ashlin's currently holding it in her hands?
Yeah, because I'm right beside her.
Okay, so that changes things a little bit for me then. So this creature it's almost looking past you, Lachlan, as it starts to just crush its claws and its feet into the ground towards you, and realizes that you're kind of like in the way. So it's going to take a swipe at you with its tail.
All right.
As it's looking beyond you, but you see the massive tail, and there's this huge like ball of bone on the end of the tail as it comes crashing towards you over top of the beast's head.
Now, I don't get reactions, right? Because I'm surprised.
Because you're surprised? No, you don't. Not for this. Okay. Not for this part. Wait. For some reason, I have that whispered. Why did I do that? Well, everybody.
Do we have initiative?
Not on a surprise round. We're gonna roll afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Never whisper rolls. That will change that. But he rolled a 16.
That will definitely hit.
Okay, so this ball of bone just slams down on you as you're just still in shock that these things emerged from right beside where you were standing, as you were just kind of like talking and fooling around with Moby, wiping some sweat, some fake minor illusion sweat off your face from when you were using the shovel to try to make all these minor illusions and stuff. You suffer 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams onto you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw, Lachlan. Okay, and the sheer force of this ball of bone hitting you drops you to the ground. You have been knocked prone. You are looking into the night sky above you.
I got sucker punched.
You did.
Mommy, what'd you do?
And that was about 20 feet. So it's going to kind of just continue to lumber over top of you, heading straight towards Ashlyn. Let me double check the movement. I got to use the roller a lot for this one, so it can move. Yeah, it just moves just by you. It's actually like kind of almost like just past you, over top of you as it moves. The other ones are going to spend their whole entire action moving 60 feet. So this one it's like climbing up to the top of this, looking towards. They all seem to be focused on Ashlyn. This one's going to get to the middle, about the middle of that, climbing down the other side of that mound. And this one is coming this way and is going to get closer. I still think it's going to be a little bit out of reach. Yes. So, if you guys could click on your tokens and roll some initiative.
Oh boy.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Zos, would you be willing to run Ashlyn for this encounter?
Down with that. I will lead with my
Hold up.
best intentions at home.
Okay, yeah. You don't have to, like, we don't have to do, like, I mean, you don't have to get crazy with it. We're just going to, we'll all
I can help out if you need.
No, I am Ashlyn. I know her whole person. She has 52 hit points. Oh my god, I am so angry.
She's gonna need him.
Really? She only has the same number of hit points that I do?
All right, I think you already have control of her character sheet, right?
I do.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
What's with this initiative? Everybody's
Why,
killing
you know,
it.
look at this.
I do. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Crushing initiatives.
Wow, look at that. That is nice. Oh, okay, I'm going to roll a 1 for Deshara as well while we're here, because she'll get to go.
Okay, one of these got a 13. I think I got a. Diana got
You got a 19. Just
Ooh.
gonna say once again,
Deshara rolls an
Open.
18.
repping my decimal points.
So basically, you guys all get to go now before these skeletal creatures get to go. So Diana, you're actually the top of our order.
Oh no, I don't know what to do.
And you are currently mounted on the Griffin, so the Griffin goes on the same initiative count as you do. So.
Okay. So I'm in the Griffin on the air.
Probably about 40 feet up in the air. Mm-hmm.
And I see, I see like these zombie creatures pop up.
Yeah, you can see the faint kind of silhouette. You heard them like crash out of the rock, and you can just hear rubble and rock just rolling off the side of this mound as they just stomp, and they're just stomping across this mound, headed towards the rest of your friends.
Okay, cool.
Putting a beat down on Lachlan as they stomp.
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna try and throw a scorching ray at 3 of them.
Okay, are you in range currently from where you're at?
It's 120 feet. 120 feet.
Yeah, see, the closest one to you right now is about 170 feet from you.
Dang it, I'll move. I'll move 50 feet. Close enough.
Okay. And you're going to be throwing at, I'm going to shift ping this one right here if it will allow me to. Here we go. I'm going to shift ping that one there.
Okay, and I move, my character sheet is so big. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to move, like, the maximum range of my motion, like 80 feet, I think.
80 feet? Okay, that'll get you to about right in here-ish.
Okay. Like right there?
Yeah, do you see where I moved you to?
Yes, I see. Thank you.
Yep.
So I can get to how many now? A lot. No.
Yeah, just
The-
that first one is really the only one within your 120-foot range.
Then I don't want to waste such a good spell, even though I already rolled. But I already rolled, so I'm gonna do the whole spell.
Okay, you rolled
it's
one?
3
Okay.
balls. I think I throw a roll per ball.
You do, for Scorching Ray?
Yes.
Yes, you roll each one.
Yep.
And as you do so, let me double check. All right. You're reaching out with your hands, and these flames are just shooting out from your hands, arcing down towards this skeleton. It's not even looking towards you. It's just kind of heading over top, and all of a sudden, the first 2 Scorching Rays slam into the back, and you can see that they found they met their mark. The other one just slams into its back and kind of deflects off this large, almost looks like it looks like a turtle shell at some point, but it's more flat. If you ever seen those dinosaurs that have this like an armored shell on the back,
Yeah.
these all tend to have that same thing. So the third one kind of just like deflects off of that. But you can roll your damage for the first 2.
9 and 7.
9 and 7. Excellent. All right. So yeah, you can see as the fire explodes, it definitely makes its impact on the beast. What else would you like to do?
Nothing really. I don't got anything else. Don't got no not secondary. Don't got no other actions I can do. And I moved a lot, so we good.
All right, that brings us up to the Raven.
All right. So
The
the
Raven.
Raven is going to go and circle the closest spooky bone thing.
Okay, that would probably be the one that just
Yep.
just thumped Lachlan a good one.
Absolutely, it's going to circle it and it's going to take the help action.
All right,
And that
do you want to
is
go
its
ahead and move it on the map for us? Are you able to?
I guess I can.
Go ahead, I'll
I
let you do
guess
it.
I can.
At this point, Deshara, seeing what's going on as well, is going to start flying that way with. She can get right to that corner on the back of Screecher, headed this way. Is gonna just kind of fly down a little bit as well, getting her heavy crossbow ready, pulling it up and taking a shot at the at this Thunder Beast skeleton. So here comes a heavy crossbow shot at it, and it meets its mark as it strikes in between a couple of the bones of the beast, striking for 8 points of damage. And Lachlan, you just witnessed, not only did you get slammed, but you saw the sky light up with fire as Diana seems to be headed to the rescue. Making some, you saw the fire kind of explode on the back of the skeletal creature that's coming over top of the back of the mound. You are lying on your back, though, looking into the sky. What would you like to do?
Like spread eagle a little bit. No. I would use half my movement to spring back up and pull out my short sword.
All right.
I'm going to kind of drive it into the bones of this thing.
All right. Sounds good.
Because it's still more or less like
And you,
on and around
you
it.
have advantage because the Raven is using the help action. So that gives you
Oh.
sneak attack as well if you hit.
Yes. Let's hope. Short sword.
And that will meet its mark. So as the Raven's like
Alright.
flying around, you see the skeleton tries to like snip at the Raven with its sharp teeth, and you just drive the sword into like the ankle of the creature. Go ahead and roll your damage plus sneak attack.
All right. Got this and
Wow.
oh wow, that was nice.
Nice. So you
I'll take it.
drive your short sword into the bone. You can hear some of it kind of crack as you drive your sword into it. Kind of quickly pull the sword out, doing definitely some damage to it as you hear the bones rattle above you. Like this thing is literally like standing over top of you.
Yeah. Pick on someone your own size.
Anything else you'd like to do, Lachlan?
Turn over.
All right, turn over. So we go to Molfin.
Can we see the other ones around us? Like, what time of night is it? How is the darkness affecting us, or how far out can we see these things?
You can see there is some moonlight. It goes in and out though. There is some cloud cover at times. So, but right now you can kind of see the silhouettes of these beasts just coming over top, and you could see the one being struck by the scorching rays from Diana as she lit up the sky with this fire.
And how far is Harshnag from us?
You guys don't exactly know because he rolled a really good stealth check. If you remember last week, he used his
rolled nat 20, yeah.
He used his nat 20. So you're not really sure where Harshnag is right now. You know where you told him to be, but that's still a little ways a ways off. So you're not 100% sure.
Well, Molfin is going to look at the. Let's see here. And these things are massive, right?
They are considered huge, so they're about the same size as a giant.
Okay, so yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so are they bigger than like 10 feet wide, you know?
Yeah, they're bigger than 10 feet wide. Mhm.
Is that option one? I apologize. I'm just looking at my typical go-tos. So Molfin is going to go a different road here. He's going to sort of fumble with this little small orb that Callista dropped in front of him.
Okay.
And because it's a free action to speak a word.
Yes.
I'm going to hold one hand up and shout the command word to the drift globe to cast daylight.
All right. Casting daylight from the drift globe. All
So
right.
hopefully sort of signal, and hopefully thinking Harshnag might see that and go, why is it daytime?
I want to look up
No.
the details of the daylight spell. I haven't looked at this one for a while. Let's see. A 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose, so it's within the sphere. The sphere's bright light sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. Wow. That's awesome. So basically we've got a globe that for 120 feet is just like beaming this light. So let's see. So basically, and I think that globe like just kind of hovers and follows you around.
Only if I burn a command action to say the word. I gotta hold it right now.
Gotcha.
Or
So,
I can set it on the ground. It's just basically like a rock with a massive ball of light coming off it.
oh yeah. So basically everything within this like this area right here is like just super bright light. Up to about where Moby is standing. Then it starts to kind of dim outwards. So these three skeletal beasts are all in this very bright light. It's kind of like almost like daytime right here with this beaming light. And then the other creature that Diana and Dashara were after is kind of in the dim light on the outside. So yeah, it's like this beaming glow of light. It's like a beacon just in this part. All right.
And then for an action, the one that just smacked Lachlan,
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to take effect, but I'm going to run the hand over the top of the staff and cast Hideous Laughter. Hoping it has a higher intelligence than 4.
Creature with a 4 or lower is not affected. Let me double check. A creature with an int of 4 or lower is not affected. Okay, so as you run your hand over the staff and you're saying your incantations, the creature is still honed in on Ashlyn and doesn't take effect.
And tiny bit of movement, move a little closer to the giant badger.
Okay.
Still keeping that orb in one hand, just making, screaming out a beacon of light, hoping.
Nice. That takes us to the giant badger.
Okay. I'm gonna Does it look like all of them seem to be heading for Ashland?
Yeah, like it looks like they're all walking in. Well, it's kind of hard to tell for you. They're either headed towards you or to Ashland or to Mulfin. They're headed in your general vicinity.
Okay. I'm gonna get in between Ashland and this one,
Okay.
and I'm gonna multi-attack.
All right. So the giant badger approaches the huge thunder beast skeleton.
One, two.
Was the first one like a bite and the second one's like a claw?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you bite into the front bones of basically the front leg, and you slash across the other. Go ahead and roll your damage for both attacks.
Okay. It's not much, but 1 for the first one, and the second one is 2d4. Oops. Sorry, I'm not used to this one.
All right, so hacking away, you can see that
And
your teeth and claw marks are just driving through the bones of this creature.
as a bonus action,
Oh
I'm
boy.
oh shit.
boy.
Not that way.
Oh, look at that thing. It's huge. it's not just a large saber-toothed tiger. It's a gargantuan saber-toothed tiger. There we go. There we go. We'll bring him down to size a little bit.
Okay.
And there
Oh
you
crap!
go.
I shouldn't have done that.
Did you take the giant badger?
That's fine. I'll just re-roll initiative.
Reroll and then just add in that number
Yeah.
for your saber-toothed tiger.
So
Because
it's
now,
17.
after gnawing on it, you just transform from badger straight into a ferocious saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's my turn. And I'm just,
Mulfin got a front row seat for this. That was like one of the coolest things that you've seen Callista do, transform from one creature to another after just gnawing and clawing at an enemy.
I kind of want to I don't know if this is a free action, but I kind of want to nudge Ashlyn back a little bit because I think I still have an extra 10 feet of movement because of my saber tooth.
Okay, yeah, you can kind of bump her a little bit.
Just so I want to be in front of her so she's protected.
Okay. And it's Ashlyn's turn. So what would we think Ashlyn would do?
Oh, you missed me.
Oh, did we miss you?
Yeah.
Is the one that hit last
Nice.
still breathing?
How did it skip Moby?
Oh, because you had already gone past the saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Moby. Sorry about that.
Sorry, Diana.
It's
okay. slash
I'm
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn right now.
It's okay.
All right, Moby.
All right. Maybe he's gonna rush towards the side of this Bonosaurus. Came out very wrong.
Wow. Wow.
And seeing that Lachlan got laid out, I'm gonna give him the Shield of Faith.
All right.
So he starts being surrounded by like this black kind of crackling energy. And when I'm up beside this Bonosaurus, I'm gonna take a whip at him.
All right.
Whip it good.
So Moby taking the
Wait, is that push
All right, the first one snaps, it snaps just short of making contact with the creature, but then you whip it back around and then catch again, and it smacks right across the leg, the front leg of the creature. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okie doke. Nice. And I will smite him.
I was gonna ask. Go
That's the
ahead.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
there you go. So
you go.
Strike me,
as
almighty spider.
as the whip cracks on the leg, you guys see that familiar flash of kind of like a purple radiant, some kind of radiant purple energy that just kind of emerges from the attack with this. I don't know. Oh, furry pink energy. There you go. I love it, Molphin. as all these black feathers almost seem to like just flutter to the ground after hitting, and you can kind of the crack is like you can hear this chorus of like crow calls just come out of it, just the space and air around you. It's a pretty cool thing. I wish I could do it.
Sorry.
Anything else you can do, Moby? I think you used all your.
That is everything I can do.
All right, so that brings us to Ashlyn.
Okay. Is the one that attacked Lachlan still standing?
It is, yes. Although it's
Then
kind of,
I'm.
it's starting to look a little shambly. It's not walking like it's taking all this damage to its legs. It looks like one of its legs is kind of wobbling a little funny as it's marching towards you.
Then Ashlyn is going to yell, "Hey, hands off my man, you really ugly, bony old lizard." And she's gonna run over with her 50 feet of movement, and she's gonna make quarterstaff strikes on him.
That, you know what? That's well played. I think that's what Ashlyn would do.
Yeah. My hero.
That's so in character.
So here
And
comes
she goes to the knees.
2 quarterstaffs to the knees. Let's see how she does.
So, am I good?
Did it roll?
Yeah, it rolled. It's a 24 and then
Yeah,
a
it rolled.
13.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Ashlyn and it's Diana.
Oh, you're right.
All right, so the first one definitely strikes. The second one does not.
Okay.
So you come across, Ashlyn kind of runs up in this anger, kind of stuffing the tooth, kind of in her, I guess she'd be wearing her explorer's pack or whatever, stuffing this golden tooth and running up, just striking once, tries to spin around to catch the beast, but just ends up hitting nothing but air on the second strike.
I was gonna say she puts it in her teeth, like she puts the tooth in her teeth and she holds it there.
It would probably be a little bit too big to do that. It's a little bit larger than to be able to fit in her mouth.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Then
But,
she puts it in her back.
Yeah. What would she? Do you guys think she would do like a flurry of blows, or what else does she have?
Sure, I have no idea. I have no idea how to attack as a monk, so I'm just.
How many key points does she have right now,
quarterstaff.
Diana? What's her key points at?
Her key points are at 5, which I think
Key
is their
points?
max. Yes.
Yeah, she should be
5.
maxed out. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
go
think her
ahead.
max is 5.
Does she has martial arts? So she get a free unarmed strike with a bonus action? Is that the way that works with monks?
She does.
I think
She
so,
does,
yeah.
unless or she uses the key point to do
So I can
something.
either use a key point, which is another attack or something.
Yeah, I think if you use a
Two-
key
I think
point,
it's
you
2
can
more
make-
attacks, right?
Yeah, I think a key point gives you 2 attacks, or you can make just with your unarmed, like 1 unarmed strike as like a bonus action for martial
I'll do
arts.
a 1-arm strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice!
So after spinning and missing, she comes across with like an elbow and just elbows the shin of this creature. The bones crack as the elbow strikes. Oh my goodness, this creature is not looking very good right now. One of its.
Ashlyn always does better damage unarmed.
She does.
I know.
It's like, why even carry the quarterstaff? Don't. It's like, don't even use it. Yeah. So,
Ashlyn does, her fists are registered weapons.
so crashing her forearm through the shin, the front shin, totally just breaks the leg of this creature, and this front left leg just like shatters, and these bones just fall down from its front leg. It's not looking good at all. I think that would be all that Ashlyn could do for her turn. And
Yes, other than blow a kiss at Lachlan.
All right.
So she's gonna and wink.
Nice.
And then she'll back to fighting.
That is perfect. Okay, so the Thunder Beasts are going to go ahead and go. This one is headed towards Ashlyn. Unfortunately, Mulfin is in its way. So as it climbs down the side of the mound, it stops in front of Mulfin, and its tail comes swinging down towards Mulfin.
I'm gonna burn a port, and he's gonna roll a 7.
And as it is going towards Mulfin, you see this glow of energy just starts to surround the ball of bone on the end of the tail, and it just slightly shifts out of the way, and it slams the ground right next to Mulfin, kind of like just indenting into the grassy area right beside him, just slams down, and then picks back up.
That would have hurt.
Calista, a little aid here, if you would, please.
The other one, looking right at this saber-toothed tiger, is going to try to slam down its tail onto the saber-toothed tiger. Ooh.
Jesus.
That one will definitely probably make contact as the tail slams down onto the saber-toothed tiger's back of the neck for 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need...
She's not in Discord chat. She keeps getting dropped out. Can we try flipping the server?
Will do. Let's go flip some servers. See if
Sorry,
we can
folks.
fix
There's
it.
having some minor technical difficulties.
Yes, we will try this one. All right. Give that a shot, Christy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us tonight. This is episode 35 of Storm King's Thunder. Yeah. JJ's advertising Mordenkainen's Tomb of Foes. Go pick it up.
Oh, we may want to come back to her. Discord froze on her.
Okay.
Aww.
Okay.
She's in the land of Canadian Discordia.
Well, her video's working now again, but Discord's not working, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen her video freeze yet, but...
No, her video was back up, but... Alright, the other... Actually, this other one is going to... Actually, it's going to attack Ashlyn.
Oh no!
So, here comes... It's actually going to try to bite her. As it
No!
brings its giant mouth open with these sharp fangs. Almost looks like a mixed Allosaurus or T-Rex kind of looking head as it opens up its jaws and goes to bite. Rolling only a 10. I don't think that's
And
going to
it-
be good enough. So
It misses her. Her
tries to
armor
bite.
class is 19. She's a boss.
Ashlyn puts up her quarterstaff, and then it goes into the mouth of the Thunder Beast, and it tries to bite down, and it catches the quarterstaff and can't bite the whole way. And Ashlyn's like fighting the maw of this creature with the quarterstaff, and then pulls the quarterstaff back out, and the creature just backs away a little bit.
Pretty legit.
Shall we dance?
All right. Was that your saving throw, Callista?
I'm assuming she's still not back in chat.
All right.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, Callista, the saber-tooth tiger is now prone, lying on the ground in front of the skeleton. The other
Skelemobob.
The other skeleton is going to continue, even though being attacked, is going to continue dashing
No. Oh.
towards the rest of the party. Gets to about here, climbing down that part of the mound.
Do we have a Christie back?
We got
I
you.
hope
Chris?
so.
Okay, we
That was so weird. This part was just like done.
we changed servers, so let me know if that's any better too. Did you get me?
Nope. What'd you say?
I changed servers. Apparently, it's not any better. I will try again.
Not much. No.
Let's try this one. Any better?
Oh, you
If
broke
we had
up even for me
T-shirts,
that
this is where
time.
we'd plug them. This is where we'd be like, "Hey, go get our T-shirts at our website."
Yeah.
Or eat healthy.
Banana.
Drink red liquid.
No,
It's brandless red liquid unless a certain company wants to endorse us.
Do you hear me now,
Hey.
Christy?
Real gamers drink Gatorade. No.
Christy, you got me? Weird.
Christy, can you hear anybody?
Mic check. 1, 2. Hello.
Nope.
I'm not sure she can hear anybody.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello?
hello. I can
How
hear
you
her.
doing, girl? Long time no see.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you, Christy.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you can't hear us. So don't
You guys are
reveal
just
any-
lagging. That's all. But I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So I might just switch to my phone if it keeps doing this and see if that helps.
The
Like
phone is
back
what's
when video
hot.
chat first came
That's
out.
what I'm always on. That's why I always echo.
All right.
So what I miss?
You got.
Saber-tooth tiger got knocked prone.
Okay.
But
Ashley,
what I need you to do, Christy, if you'd like to, this Thunder Beast is going to move over top of you. Basically, like just head this way towards Ashlyn. If you would like, you can have an opportunity attack against it since it's moving past you. If you'd like to.
Yes, please.
Okay. Some good drums there. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you will definitely strike as the Thunder Beast is trying to just basically just move past you. You're able to latch on and bite one of its legs.
Okay.
You can go ahead and roll your
Wait.
damage. Mhm.
Ugh,
Yes, definitely
that sucked.
striking with a bite, two fangs, putting two large gashes in the side of the bones of this Thunder Beast. I think that's all that they can do. That brings us back to the top of the order with Diana.
I am going to dash all the way 160 feet to over in this general area in that corner. Oh, dang it, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at Deshara,
So
not
you can
myself.
Get, yeah, you can
Dang
get
it.
like right next to this other Thunder Beast, basically. I can grab you. And move
Okay,
you over
then
there.
that is where I'm going to get.
Okay.
And
So that would be your movement and your action.
yes, I don't think I have any bonus action unless. Nope. not very far. Nope, no bonus actions. I think I can take. So that's where I am.
That's where
I
it is.
moved. I went further
Okay, yeah,
than I ever went.
You're kind of flying super fast down towards the Thunder Beast skeleton that you already attacked, and you could see that it's just kind of not even though you hit it and did damage, it's not even like acknowledging you. It's just moving towards where this main battle is happening down here at the bottom of the mound, and that brings us.
That's okay.
Brings us to the Raven again. It's kind of still fluttering around in that area.
And that is what it will continue to do.
All
and
right.
Take the help action.
All right. It takes
Swooping
the-
down and clawing at the Brontosaurus.
Awesome. All right. Dashara is going to move over to here a little bit. She gets to about here, and she's going to... really, this is the only one that she can see and get a good shot on from where she is. So she's going to go ahead and take another shot at that one again as she fires her heavy crossbow. Unfortunately, the crossbow bolt flies wide and just disappears into the darkness. And that will end her turn, bringing it up to Lachlan.
All right. With this guy, a dinosaur we have surrounded, I'm going to go ahead and swing the short sword again.
All right, you will have advantage because of the Raven.
Oh,
Granting you sneak
love
attack
that
once
Raven.
again, yeah. That will definitely strike.
and that's what did I just do? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So Lachlan takes a swing and cleaves another leg completely off of this creature. You see like its neck kind of snap back and its mouth open wide as it begins to start falling. And Lachlan, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh,
As
no!
you hacked its leg out from under it, and you are still standing underneath it. You're able to roll out from underneath it as the bones slam beside you and just shatter into a pile of just bone dust and just like yeah. And this creature is no more.
I meant to do that.
That
That's
was
my turn.
hot. Actually.
All right, I shouldn't have deleted it because that was the one I used the token to roll initiative for. That's what happens. That's what happens to you, Dungeon Master. Way to go. All right, I'll just remember they're at the bottom of the order. All right, that's Lachlan. You can move.
Yep. Good point. I'm going to, let's see here. Yeah, I'll use my movement to run into the fray a little bit against this one.
It is my first day, JJ. I'm new on the job. Cut me some slack. This isn't gonna be on my weekly report, is it? Put that clipboard away.
Turn complete.
All right.
Wow, computer is acting so weird.
All right, that brings us to Mulfin, who currently has one of these Thunder Beasts just looming above him.
And we can, at this point, it seems like it's fairly apparent they seem to be gravitating towards Ashlyn.
Yeah, basically this creature's looking over past you. I mean...
And the other two behind that were going towards it as well.
Yeah, like the one slammed down on the saber-tooth tiger just to kind of get the tiger out of the way and just started to walk over past.
And how tall are they?
Probably like 20 feet high.
Okay, Mulfin is going to hold his action to cast a spell.
Okay.
Looks over the group and says, Ashlyn, I need you to trust me and jump as high as you can straight into the air.
Oh,
They seem to be gravitating towards you.
Sure, Uncle Molfin. That sounds fine.
Wow!
Wow!
Wow, that was good.
Diana, please give yourself DM's inspiration for your ability to roleplay Ashlyn like no other.
Thank you.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that Mulfin and Lachlan, you guys have a nat 20 because of the Twitter vote this week. I forgot to say that at the beginning.
Yes.
I apologize. So
I love you,
sure-
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yes, we love you, Twitter.
Twitter has spoken, and they felt your RP from last week was wonderful. Either that, or they didn't watch the episode and just clicked on it anyway.
Oh, I like the first option.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the first.
Either way, it works for you, right?
You know?
Either
Yep.
that or some people voted for themselves.
That's it. Could have been that too.
No.
I
That's here to
I
call you
actually
out.
voted for Ashlyn Ferguson.
All right, let's go, Mulfin. So you're holding that spell?
So I'm holding that action, but I'm going to
Gotcha.
take a couple of steps forward to get a little closer. And as I get up beside Lachlan, just sort of going to pat him on the shoulder and say, "You have this, my boy, and remember, just deep breath and exhale. Everything will be fine."
Okay, before that happens, the Thunder Beast that was right next to you is going to try to bite you as an attack of opportunity.
Alrighty then.
So, I think a 19 is going to hit you.
It actually won't. Oh wait, yes, it will. No, it will. I was going to do something. I can't do math, so yes, that'll hit.
So as you're making your way over towards Lachlan, you just feel the jaws of this creature just like chomp down on you. These sharp bones just like driving into your flesh, dealing 11 points of piercing damage to you, Mulfin.
I didn't need that. Oh. As I said, Lachlan, deep exhale.
All right, Callista, you are prone on the ground. What would you like
I
to
will
do?
get up.
All
I'll
right.
get up. Now, what are your rules on flanking, Michael?
As long as you are directly across from another ally, then you will have advantage on your attacks.
So, do I have advantage with Ashton right there?
You do.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi. I wave.
Boy.
Zos, if you get a chance, once you check, if you could try to refresh your computer, see if we could get your video back up.
Kind of like a lot happened. My screen started freezing up, and then it turned white, and
Okay.
so I
Oh,
her
you
down.
you resetting? Okay, that's fine. I figured it was something like that. All right, yes, that will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage as you leap towards the Thunder Beast for another bite.
That's better.
Wow, nice. Yeah, you can feel some of the bones crack under the power of your jaws as you bite into these poor things. Like, you guys can't reach their actual bodies, so you're just like gnawing and attacking their legs, like just hacking their legs out from under them and everything. All right. Anything else for you, Callista?
Nope.
Nope. All right. That brings us to Moby.
Alrighty. So, Moby's gonna worm his way up in between Lachlan and Ashlyn.
Okay.
Chaperone.
Gotta split up that power couple.
Nice.
And this big bone boy is going to be taking 2 whips.
Whoa! Yes.
Dang, nabbit.
Both of those will make contact.
Beautiful. Alright, on the second one, I'm gonna do a second level smite. I think the smite damage crits as well.
It does. It
Because all dice
doubles.
are doubled.
And if it's a second level, you roll your second level dice amount. twice.
Jeez.
Goodness.
9 damage for the whip itself. I'm afraid just need a smite.
Oh, wasn't that great?
That's still 20 damage, man.
Wow.
Take that.
As the whip cracks twice, you hear the call of the raven once more, and you see the black feathers kind of
and
emerge.
if it matters, it's radiant damage.
Okay,
I know.
gotcha. And as these black feathers just kind of emerge all around it, you just see multiple bones just falling from this creature, left and right. He is barely able to keep himself together. It's still up, but it is not looking very good at all. And Moby, you hear your raven start talking telepathically into your brain and start saying, "Now, Moby, you know the queen despises abominations like this, these undead creatures. You know that they need to be taken care of. Do what you will."
Staring intently at the creature, I just nod and ready
Nice.
for my next whip attack.
Nice. And that brings us to Ashlyn.
Just in the nick of time too, because my computer just caught on. All right. Well, Uncle Muffin said to jump, so I guess I'll jump.
All right. So
How high straight up can she jump?
Pretty high.
What's her strength score?
Oh goodness, let me internet that real quick. Let me let that load.
Not jump
Her
higher than the average person.
Can't she use a key point to jump
What?
higher?
I think she can.
Her strength is a 13.
Oh yeah, she'd be able to jump pretty high. I just can't remember where those jumping rules were in the
She
player's
can. I
handbook.
think she can double. She can double it.
182. It's 3 plus the strength modifier. But can a monk jump any higher?
I think
Yeah,
they have
I
like
think so.
step of the wind or
Like
something where they
Batman.
can jump higher.
Yeah, jumping long jump. This would be kind of like a standing high jump. So you leap in the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So it's
If you use a key point, your jump distance is doubled
Yeah.
for the turn.
Yeah. That's what I was.
I will use a key point.
So that's up in. And what's your strength modifier for a 13? Is that a 1 or a 2?
It's a 1.
on.
okay, so that's
So she can.
But
When
I
you-
use
when
a
you-
key
when you make a standing
Yep.
high jump, you can jump only half that distance. So
0.5.
so 3 plus 1 is 4. So she can only jump 2 feet normally, so it'd be 4 feet if she spends a key point.
I will do 4 feet.
All right, so she spends a key point, and she leaps
And she goes flying 24 feet into the air.
24 feet in the air as I believe Muffin is levitating her.
They seem to be going after her. Get her up out of reach.
Okay, this is happening now. Okay, cool.
All right, so Ashlyn is levitating. Is there anything else that Ashlyn would like to do at this point? Levitate means she's just kind of like hovering up there about 24 feet in the air.
I'll draw my crossbow. Not
Okay.
crossbow, longbow. And I don't know if I still have. Do I still have like attack? Is that my movement technically?
Well, technically, like Muffin is actually controlling your movement right now because you can't really. You're kind of just like hovering in the air. You can't really move per se. Like you can do things like with your arms and stuff. Like you can like get weapons out and fire and attack and things like that. You just, I think until Muffin puts you down or.
Okay, but like I'm just asking, like in terms of
The
like.
target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach.
Okay, I just wanted to know if it counted as an action or whatever to jump and to fly, because like.
No, that would
If
be your
not-
that would be
No.
your, no, you can go ahead and make an
Okay.
attack. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot from my longbow twice.
All right. Whoa.
Dang.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Yes, yes. Those both strike.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Wow.
Who I was
Nice.
shooting at. I'll shoot at the one that Callista was attacking.
All right. And as both of these arrows strike areas, key points in where the bones are connected together, you watch as the bones just start to fall apart. And they just start rattling around all over the ground, and nothing but a pile of just broken bones and rubble lie beneath. That Thunder Beast is destroyed. Well done. Stand-in Ashlyn for the evening.
Thank you.
All right.
Sarah is me in spirit, and that's why.
So the Thunder Beasts get to go next, because I accidentally deleted them off the turn order. So they are continuing their trek this way. This one can only dash to get down beside where kind of Mulfin is down here. And that's all he can do for his turn. This one's going to continue heading over this way. He is going to get right next to Mulfin. And he's going to try to slam down Mulfin with a tail attack. I'm wondering how this is going to go. And, oh, look at this. Quickly, this magical energy just appears and deflects the massive bony tail out of the way, and it slams into the ground next. If an undead skeleton dinosaur could get frustrated, it would be frustrated by now.
Let's keep Ashlyn off the ground.
As he continues to concentrate, keeping Ashlyn floating above. That brings us to the top with Diana.
Okie dokie. Diana is gonna move just. Did I just accidentally click Fairy Fire again? My bad. Diana is gonna move a little bit closer because these are the two guys right here, right? This one and this one.
Yeah, it's getting kind of congested in that area. I wish
Well,
this
let's
map
make
was
it
done differently.
I'm gonna move. Like I think this is about 40 feet right here.
Yeah.
From where I was.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
And And I am going to. Diana and Ashlyn are so close together that after I figured out Ashlyn, I've got like 0 time to figure out Diana.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna. I don't know. Let's just do a fairy fire. Let's do that. Let's just give everybody some of it. I keep on accidentally clicking it, so I might as well just do it.
Each object and creature in a 20-foot cube. You know what? You could probably hit both of those guys. With this. So they got to make dexterity saving throws. What is the DC on this again?
It's 15.
15. Gotcha.
Given that Mulfin is
and they both make it. So you're focusing, conjuring this magical energy through the power of Elmater, but unfortunately nothing seems to grasp hold, and you don't see that familiar glow that you're used to, Diana.
Oh no.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Diana?
No.
All right. The Raven. I'll keep trumpet sounds in the distance.
Wah, wah, wah.
Like the Price is Right sound effect. Bum, bum, ba, boom, bum. What will the Raven do, Moby?
Well, he was going to fly back to my shoulder, but seeing as Fairy Fire didn't work, the one that's closest to him, circle, swoop down, and take the help action.
All right. So this this Raven is getting tired flying around the faces of all these creatures, just flapping around, taking the help
He never
action
exercises.
again. Needs to work out a little bit. Deshara, Deshara moving a little bit closer. Is going to go ahead and shoot a heavy crossbow at the one over here standing next to Callista. So here comes a heavy crossbow attack, flying towards, deflects off of the bony back shell of the creature, and a crossbow bolt just patters to the ground, and looks like it wouldn't have done very much anyway. Poor Deshara. She tries. She tries. That brings us.
She did provide us griffins.
That's it. That leads us to Lachlan.
All right. So forgetting that, Molfin probably lost his concentration on that fire breath spell. At first, I want to run up to the dinosaurs, take a deep breath, like.
Nothing happens. Yeah.
See if anybody saw. Trying to be too embarrassed, I just run up to the one with the raven and attack it.
All right, sounds good. That's awesome.
He's yours, Muffin.
Wow! And due to the raven's help, you scored a critical hit as you strike the creature's leg. Go ahead and roll your damage, and your sneak attack is doubled as well.
Oh snap!
Because all dice are doubled.
Does that mean I roll it twice, or it doubles, or how does that work?
Roll it twice. Yes.
I'll take it.
Wow.
Damn, 28 points, man. Rogues.
Wow.
Wow, and as you strike, you take out another skeletal leg. As you swipe it right under the knee, and you just cleave right through it with your short sword, and you just watch as it just falls to the ground. The creature is still kind of like hobbly, like standing there, but looks in real bad shape, Lachlan.
Nice. And I'll just kind of like clear my throat and turn over.
All right, and that brings us to Molfin, who is currently holding Ashlyn 24 feet in the air.
And these, both of these things right beside me, they're both in melee range of me?
They are, yes. Molfin, you are in a situation that you don't like very much.
Not at all. There is not...
It helps that Lachlan just cleaved off one of its legs.
Molfin seeing that, and still no sign of a giant?
No sign of a giant.
Molfin's going to take the drift orb and just sort of squirrel it away inside of one of his inside pockets to hide basically just cover the light so the light goes out.
Okay.
And
it's only been like, what, 3 rounds, though? So it's only been like 18 seconds?
It's like, yeah, something like that. So it still has the better part of an hour left on it.
Yeah.
But, I really do not like this situation one bit, but... and with that, Molfin's going to go into his thing, pull out his, well, I shouldn't say pull out, pull back and just smack the same one that Lachlan's been hitting with his quarterstaff.
All right. Awesome.
Tag team!
Awesome. Go ahead, make an attack roll.
Nope, I don't think a 13 will hit it.
No, it's kind of funny. You actually hit it, but it's like you don't hit it with enough force to do anything. It's like you just kind of like. It's kind of like the time.
Like Bop the Gopher.
Yeah, it's kind of like that time you were trying to take the rope from one of the Zentaurum and Nightstone, and you were just like thwacking them with it. Oh my goodness.
Lachlan, you make this seem so much easier than it really is.
I had the raven helping me. That thing's out for blood.
It's at that moment Molfin realizes why he casts spells all the time. It's like...
I should have used a dagger.
Anything else you'd like to do, Molfin, or is that your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Saber-Tooth Tiger's turn. I'm sorry, I caught the beginning of what you were saying, Christy, but I lost you.
Can I
There you go.
get
just-
behind?
Oh, bye, Christy.
It may be a server problem. You may want to jump back to the other server, Michael.
I'll try it again.
You don't hear me?
Let's try this one. How about now?
Can you hear me?
I like
Cutting in and out.
it's cutting in and out. It's like I can hear you like when you start to speak, but then it'll cut out. You drop out after like the first couple words.
That's funny. I heard her, but Michael's thing lit up.
What's that?
I heard her go, ugh, but I saw your name light up.
Ooh, that's weird.
Gotta love Discord.
I don't hear her at all.
Yeah, I think she, no.
There's Discord and Discord right now.
Well,
It almost sounds like she's got like a gate on her mic.
she's on her, she's using her phone at the moment.
Okay.
No, I hear Skype is nice this time of night.
Wait,
No.
you keep out of it, mate.
How about now?
You go back
That's
into
better.
the
There we go.
You're loud
Okay, it might
now.
Underdark or the.
phone.
Nope, that's
Got-
Alright. That's not it.
Adapter.
Now you're cutting in and out like crazy now. Still.
Still?
Yeah.
This is weird, man.
This is strange.
I hear you, but I.
That's weird.
Could
We
it be
can.
like a...
You may have a point there, Moby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why don't we go ahead? We're gonna take our break right now. Those of you that are tuning in, thanks a lot for joining us tonight for episode 35. We're gonna see if we can get some of our tech issues figured out, and we will be back with you very shortly. So stick around. We will see you guys in a few minutes.
See ya.
See ya.
Mordekainen's.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. Oh, man, we're having a great time tonight here at Proficiency Bonus. We're so glad that you guys are joining us for episode 35 of Storm King's Thunder. Right now, our party is in the midst of an intense battle with some undead Thunder Beast.
Freudian slip myself.
Can I just on record say y'all are pea brains?
Holy crap!
I'm totally Zoss. You broke me. We are all broken.
Oh jeez.
It's every player's goal to break their DM. I just didn't know it would happen out of character.
You've broken me. Oh my goodness. So we're back at it. I'm gonna stop describing the situation and just let it happen. So last we left off, I think it was the saber-toothed tiger Christie's turn.
Yeah. I was trying to ask if I could get behind the two of them.
You could swing around behind them, yeah. I think you could.
Yeah.
Because you're not really like good at getting out of the. You can just.
No,
kinda,
yeah, I want to stay in range, but kind of like do a stalk around so I'm behind the two of them.
Yeah.
So I can hit them if either of them move away from me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit the one. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I hit. I'll hit the one that I've already been hitting.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's flanking.
Yes, you will have advantage because of Mulfin on the other side of you.
Okay. That's what I like to hear.
You're going for the one on the right, correct?
Yeah, whatever gives me the flanking bonus.
Okay. Well, I believe either would give you flanking because you got Mulfin
True.
and you got Lachlan. So
I'll just wail on the one I've been hitting on, which is the right one, I think.
the right one?
Well, which one looks more hurt?
The one you were hitting on was actually destroyed.
Oh.
The last round.
Oh, okay. Well, which one looks more hurt of these two?
The one on the left is hobbling without a leg right now that Lachlan hacked off.
Sure, let's try to finish it.
All right. All right, that is with advantage. So that hits. You definitely bite into its tail's kind of like swinging back and forth, and you just latch on with your teeth onto its tail.
Ooh, not good.
And you chomp some of its bones and break some of them. It's still standing, but not looking very good. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's my turn.
All right, that takes us to Moby.
Okie dokie. Moby's going to, again, slip his way kind of in between Lachlan and Mulfin.
All right.
Chaperone.
And he's going to reach over with the whip and whip at the one that the Raven has been circling.
Okay.
And swooping down onto.
All right. The first one will hit, the second one will miss. So roll your damage for the first one there.
Okay, I will smite that as well.
All right. I will let you describe this one for us, Moby, as this one becomes nothing but
damn.
bone.
Alright, so as I reel back the whip, smack it against the nose of the bone, and as I hit it, there's kind of like this, almost like this deep kind of silence. And then the bone just explodes, and a bunch of feathers, raven feathers, fly out of it.
Awesome. And as the bones fall apart and just shatter down below the rest of the body, Lachlan and Mulfin, you just watch as there's just nothing but this powder of bone dust and just shrapnel of bone just lying everywhere in front of you. Excellent. Anything else you'd like to do, Moby?
Ooh, no. That's it.
All right. That brings us to Ashlyn, who is currently hovering still 24 feet in the air.
I'm gonna shoot him with my longbow.
Okay. Both of those arrows will strike. Ouch. Ouch. My
Wow.
goodness.
Damn.
Those arrows just break
Max
parts of its
damage.
ribs on both rolls. My goodness. You see ribs just shatter out of the Thunder Beast as these arrows go plummeting down towards it.
Cool.
Anything else Ashlyn would like to do?
I'm gonna do backflips.
You can do backflips. You're trying, like you're trying to like kick your feet, but without anything to like push against, you're unable to like really like get your going. It's like watching me try to do backflips on a trampoline. It's like I can't. I'm trying and I just can't quite get it.
Don't Wolfman let me do backflips. I want to look cool.
All right. Ashlyn is 24 foot in the air, but these things are about 20 foot high. So with their tail, they have a 10-foot reach. So
No.
this beast is going to move over towards Ashlyn, giving
Quickly, someone tell me if I have a key that I can block with.
Moby and Lachlan all an opportunity attack if they would like to take it.
And me as well, right?
And you as well, yes. All four of you. An opportunity attack if you'd like to take it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
I have marked down that I have inspiration for some reason.
Yeah, you all
You
have
know if that,
DM's inspiration. I awarded everybody
Oh,
inspiration.
do we?
Yep.
I'm gonna burn my inspiration and wind up like a baseball batter. That quarterstaff.
Whoa! Nice hit, Muffin. Oh my goodness. So Lachlan, actually Lachlan takes a swipe and apparently, well, the foot just comes up as it's walking and you just go right underneath its foot with your swipe. Moby, your whip hits its mark right on the bottom side of the rib cage of this creature. Go ahead and roll your damage, Moby, and
Smite. Second level smite.
second level smite.
I'm assuming I hit.
Yes, the 20 does hit. Callista, you may go ahead and roll your damage as well for another 8 points as you bite into the creatures it's trying to head towards Ashlyn. Whoa, another 14 from Moby. Oh my goodness. Can I keep track of all this damage it's coming out? And 7 points from the mighty Muffin as he connects with a vicious quarterstaff strike against the bony creature.
That's 14, 28,
So
33.
Muffin, how do you want to do this?
As everyone's right, just as he's trying to run by, aiming for that big stupid ball at the end of the tail. Just
And as you knock the ball off of the tail with your quarterstaff, like you in your head you imagine it like going flying like over the mound, but it only goes about like 5 feet as it knocks off the tail, and you watch as that after the ball leaves the tail, like the vertebrae of the tail just like start to fall off one by one like dominoes, and they slowly start to speed up pace as the whole creature just then erupts into this just completely almost like an explosion of bones as they fall down all around you. And Muffin, you're just standing there with just these piles of bones like surrounding you and your friends.
well, that certainly went better than I anticipated.
And that
What
brings
would anyone care for a souvenir?
and that brings us out of encounter, folks.
Diana gets back. She's like, I knew I was gonna miss it. I knew it.
Mulfin will drop concentration, so Ashlyn can sort of drift to the ground.
All
Just
right.
call the raven back
Okay.
over my shoulder.
All right.
Monks in their weird wind walk down.
No, she's gonna like she's gonna like try and wind walk and then somehow trip on air and fall on her face. That's what I think she would. That's in character, I think.
She's fluttering down,
Or I'm
still
just-
trying to do backflips, and she almost gets one right as she meets the ground, and she just like she's like lands on her back.
I just feel like it's in her nature, you know, to hit her head.
Excellent.
How large are these bones that are surrounding us?
I mean, they're considered huge creatures, so you know, I mean they're
Big.
they're big. I mean,
Big old bones.
big old bones.
What about
No
a
small
phalange?
bones around?
How big would a phalange be?
How big would a phalange be? I don't know. What's your best guess?
Big enough for me to carry 3 of them?
Hang on. I'll wait. I don't know what's happening here, but I'll wait.
What are you trying to do, Moby?
Collect the fingers and/or toes.
Okay, you could collect
Those
some. Yeah,
bones
you could collect fingers and
these
toes. They'd be
creatures.
probably small enough. Yes.
Like a
Okay.
creepy cult.
Would there be enough for Molfin to take a couple? Molfin's looking to get a small pile as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you like carry the ribs around or something like that. You know, it's like,
Oh, no.
it's like
Molfin's looking for a pile, maybe, you know, like a little 2-foot round pile or something like that.
yeah, you could pick up some bones.
Okay.
Some are a lot of them are broken, and
That's okay. I'm just looking for a pile, broken, shredded,
oh yeah,
just a little pile of bones.
sure.
I lean down and start plucking them like flowers.
that's kind of disturbing. I like it.
Can Hi. Can Ashlyn do a thing?
Sure. What would Ashlyn like to do?
Ashlyn wants to go and find a pelvis bone and pick it up like boner. As a pelvis bone.
Yeah, I think Ashlyn might do something like that.
Show it to Diana. Boner.
Accurate, so accurate it hurts.
And, Dashara kind of lands next to you guys on the back of Screecher. And then you guys start to hear and feel a rumble of some footfalls coming from the south.
Hearing that, Molfin will pull the orb back out and
Diana is going to warding flare and Ashlyn will longbow.
Okay. Like get the shoot the longbow or just get it out?
Get it out, load
Alright.
it up, because I
All
don't
right.
know.
And as you guys see the range of this drift globe that Bolfin is holding, you start to see that familiar figure of Harshnag come into view from the south.
Hashtag! Hashtag! Ashlyn's gonna put the bow back and go run up and go for a hug.
All right, yeah. Ashlyn starts just like both arms trying to wrap around his leg.
Yeah.
I tuck the phalanges up into my hair
Nice.
to prop them up.
I'm sifting through bone dust looking for treasure.
Moby is creating for himself like a little crown of bone fingers from these creatures.
Hell yeah.
Moby, gotten weirder.
my dear, I don't think Moby could get any odder than he was.
Maybe
I
it's
may
not
have
paying
actually been
attention.
mistaken this time.
Yeah.
He's adjusting the fingers in his hair.
Dashara's just kind of strangely looking at Moby as she approaches.
Well, made her help him.
My goodness,
Actually,
where did those creatures come from?
Perhaps they were guardians and we took something that we shouldn't have, and now we've disturbed some sacred temple of somebody's deities, and we're like gonna go to their hell now.
That's
Dark.
that got dark fast.
Diana, yeah. It's her mood lately.
It's giant
Wow.
Callista.
There you go, Callista. I put your smaller token back on.
Oh,
the,
you did?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
thanks.
back on there. There you go. You're good.
Yeah, I think they were protecting that tooth that we just found.
A tooth.
I'm gonna tell Ashlyn to give it to Harshnag.
Do we need to see if it's magic in any sense, or
I can, yeah, I'll do detect magic at will to see if it's magical.
Okay. You
Harshnag,
you don't get any magical sense from this tooth at all.
Hmm.
It does look in places like the gold is like tarnished. It looks very old.
I wonder how much it's worth.
it is a rather large
What do you-
tooth, but
What do you think, Harshnag?
Harshnag kind of takes it from you, holds it in his hand, and it fits kind of like it's like a small tooth to him in the palm of his hand, and he like holds it up and yeah. Gold tooth. And then he takes his hands and kind of puts it in his mouth. It's about the size of mine. Must have come from another giant. Perhaps this is a relic.
Whoa, you don't know?
Perhaps.
But not an artifact.
Well, it very much could be. The Oracle will know.
Seems like a gamble.
It might just be some pimp orc thing's old tooth, you know?
Oh, this is too big to be an orc.
Not orc. What are you again? A giant. That's what you are. It could just be some pimp daddy giant's tooth. A gold tooth from his gangsta days.
Harshnag chuckles a little bit. I don't know too many gangster giants.
No?
Do you know any?
don't?
Back in the streets of Waterdeep, I considered myself one at times. But
Do we want to talk about this?
I hear that,
safer
Harshnag. I
location?
hear that.
Or do we want to, just hang
Amen,
around
brother.
the
Amen.
old burial site? Like
Yeah.
creeps.
well, Harshnag looks around and it appears the place has been abandoned. And he's looking all around.
Oh, okay. Let's make as much noise as possible then.
I did not agree to that.
Is
Maybe
this
he's gonna
area
cast
not
minor
sacred?
illusion and set off some little fireworks in his hands.
Oh, to the Oathguard barbarians, this place is very sacred.
Oh my god, we need to leave.
I'm sure our presence even close to this mound is probably defiling in some sort of sense.
Oh my god, we need to leave. We can't do this. We've murdered here. Oh my god.
Oh,
We gotta go.
yeah, relax. Look at the mound. It's not like we were the first ones or the only ones. Come on.
Everyone else is doing it.
Peer pressure.
Sorry. This is not like smoking marijuana in the back of the commons room.
question, Michael.
Yeah.
Would my unseen servant still be digging away?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, wait. No, is your unseen servant concentration?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's still digging.
Okay.
He's not getting very far, but he's
Oh,
digging.
It's okay.
and
Well,
and yes, fingers and toes qualify as a pile of bones.
Okay.
I know exactly where you're going with this, Mulf. I know exactly where you're going with it.
You're not making an undead out of my hair, so don't get any ideas.
Oh, that would be so cool to just have a creature just start climbing out of Moby's hair. So cool.
With a small skull
Ooh.
That's nasty.
that nobody knows about.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that got too dark. No, thank you. That would break my heart. No, don't do it.
Way to go, Molten.
Don't do it.
Excellent. So, time-wise, when you guys got here, a medium, even a giant, even the giant badger, is still probably only about the size of like a normal humanoid. So, the size of this mound, it's a huge mound. So, Callisto, it probably would have taken you, even though you can burrow those 10 feet every like 6 seconds or somewhat. With the size of this mound, it probably took you the better part of 2 hours to like collect all these items that you were digging through.
Okay.
So we can probably say it's probably maybe midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning by this time that you guys have finished this battle against these Thunder Beast skeletons.
Okay.
No, it is rather late. Is it not worth it to just sort of hole up in the tunnels under this mound that Callista has made?
So that somebody's ghost ancestors can haunt us? Oh, no, no, no.
Diana, you've not seen we've already dealt with the undead here. And if there were more,
And there
Moby
might
would have
be
alerted
more.
us to it.
Oh, I know a lot about burial grounds and sacred places. There are things and creatures waiting to attack you and get revenge wherever you stay.
Upon Molten saying more undead creatures, I'm like, oh damn, and I concentrate to see if there's any more undead.
Okay. So, Moby, you just start concentrating on, kind of almost like a silent prayer to the Raven Queen to see if she can help to reveal anything that might be displeasing to her in the sense of undead. And around you, you don't seem to have any sense of any other undead around you. Although you do feel that eerie sensation of just being in the midst of just like that feeling you get when you stand in the middle of a graveyard. That's the feeling that you kind of have, but you don't feel like there's any more of undead around this area.
I think we're fine.
Unless Molfen has one somewhere in his backpack. You're fine.
This is deeply unsettling. I feel like all and icky all over. It's like when you want to take a shower, but you can't get like grease off of you.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Are you in
We've
need
been
of some
there a
more
lot.
grease, Diana?
How long did it take us to get here? By Griffin.
It took you a full day to get to here.
No, from our campsite.
Oh, just minutes. It wasn't long.
Oh, well.
Let's just go back to our campsite. Yeah. And
Okay.
I suppose. Lachlan, would you care to take first watch for me when we return? Oh, with me.
Sure.
All right. So you guys all mount the griffins and head on back to your campsite. Getting settled. Are you guys building a fire or?
yeah, I will.
Okay. So.
If it's only minutes, we still have daylight.
Well, no, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. So it's like it's.
Right,
No,
the
he's
death
talking
globe
about
is
the
still...
Oh yeah, you still got the globe. Yeah, so you got the daylight. So you're walking around with this globe, collecting limbs and firewood from light foliage in some areas. It's a little sparse in this area because there's just not a lot of trees. But you're able to gather up enough that you think you can keep warm during the night. Callista's able to get a fire going.
Yeah, as soon as there's enough wood,
Can you
I just
turn off
click
that
my
orb? It's
fingers.
giving me a headache.
Yeah.
Callista's not a fan of the sun. She doesn't get disadvantaged, but she's still not a fan of it.
And
No, it does not appear to turn off, but well, I can do this and stick it inside the robe.
is that right?
Thank you.
Like there's this like beaming light coming out from like his feet, like down below his robe.
Molphin, you're flashing again.
It's kind of like
It's sort of like Diana looked that day when she was irradiated in this strange yellow energy.
it's kind of like being in a
Perhaps-
dark room and looking towards the door with the light out, a light on, and the outside of the door, and you can see this bright light shining under. It's under his robe. Moby, what were you doing with prestidigitation?
Oh, just whenever the all the sticks and stones and whatever was gathered for the campfire, just click my fingers and instantly light the campfire.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yeah. So
Oh, you can do that too now.
I could always do it. I just never did.
he let you do all the work. He just watched.
I see how it is.
So with the click of his fingers,
Truly the mom and
Moby-
dad of the group. Dad let the mom do all the work.
Moby, after watching Callista put the last couple of pieces of kindling on the fire in the pile of wood, he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden the kindling and dried grasses that you put on the bottom to get the fire started just ignite.
I say I have my hands lit up already, and then I see him do that, and I'm like, you.
Just lean back on the grass. A job well done.
Nice.
I need a drink.
Get it yourself.
Yeah, look at Callista expectingly.
Yeah, get it yourself, buddy.
All
Darn.
right. So as you guys get really tired, it's starting to get, after collecting the wood and things, it's probably drawing near to 2 o'clock in the morning. Lachlan and Molphin, are you guys were taking the first watch?
Yep.
And who's taking second?
I will take second when the boys go to bed.
Diana will take second. Okay. How about third watch?
Diana and
Diana
do
and
it
Ashlyn will
together.
do it together.
I'll take third.
Callista
I'll
and
pick
I
the
think
last
Callista,
one.
Callista, okay, and Moby. Diana and Ashlyn, you guys both trance, correct?
No,
You don't.
Yes, Ashlyn does.
Ashlyn does.
Ashlyn does.
Yeah.
Ashlyn's the only one who
Neat,
trances. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, Lachlan and Molphin, if you would go ahead and make a perception check for me for your watch.
Roger that.
And after that, if there is anything that I'm sure there are things that you would like to talk to each other about. So you guys are sitting by the nicely burning fire.
Lachlan says, we discussed the other evening. I spoke with Callista today.
So soon? Wow.
Yes, one must always approach subjects head on with her. And she is on board with us to break this news to Diana and bring Kella to, well, not to Diana, but to allow Diana to see that Kella is alive. And thus, hopefully end some of the animosity so we can get our hands on that gem and free Diana.
Wow.
Once she sees that Kella is alive, she will have no fear in handing over the gem to be broken, and then we can be done with this situation. Now,
That happened.
Kella, yes, there have been many plans Diana made when you're in your sleep.
Coma.
But Callista is not going to forgive Kella.
Okay.
Marvin's going to look around. Where is Callista and the others?
Callista,
Anyone
where,
look like they're
where would you be
awake
sleeping,
or?
Callista?
Probably by the fire, but I want to stay close to the group this time.
Yeah. I think everybody would kind of be kind of surrounding the fire relatively close to one another. But you guys have, enough room that you guys can have this conversation without fear of probably waking. And everybody's probably exhausted from the battle and everything and a full day's travel flying on these griffins.
So Wolfram will sort of lean over and there may be an attempt on Kella's life.
May.
It's
Well,
when you manage to locate Kella, we need to bring her forward in order to aid Diana. You may wish to warn her of this risk so she is prepared. You cannot take action to aid her. Callista may kill you as well.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
So, it's...
Well, I
again,
mean, only one of us has to outrun Callista.
it's
Only one of us needs to outrun the bear.
forgive me if I'm outstepping here. Was Kella not human? Because I
Yeah.
believe from
Half-elf.
traveling with these tall folk, they seem to have a slightly larger gait than we gnomes do.
Yeah, those
If
long
one
legs.
is going if one is going to outrun them, it will probably be her, which leaves you at Callista's mercy.
So I have to sabotage Kella's running.
Or you have to not warn her and merely let Callista have her way.
Yeah. I mean, I have to warn her, you know? Kella has looked out for me.
So, well, it's... Callista will work with us and not maul her immediately, as we need her alive to work with Diana. But in an instance with the situation going on in terms of after the fact, there may be problems.
It's gonna get messy, huh?
It definitely appears such.
Hmm. We'll have to do some planning, figure out how to avoid a bloodbath.
And during this conversation, as the two of them are moving, Molfin is going to make an attempt to plant an item on Lachlan
Okay.
without Lachlan noticing.
Make a sleight of hand check. What is your passive perception, Lachlan? I think it's a 14, right?
It is a 14.
Yeah, so you don't notice.
Got reverse pickpocketed?
You have been planted with something. I'm not even sure what it is.
Better not go through the TSA line.
It's not mine, I swear.
Mom, I swear, I was just holding it for a friend. I don't even know how it got.
That's not mine.
Oh, funny. All right.
Well, Gramps, thanks for the heads up. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna go about this.
It's
I guess
just-
we only have a couple days.
Well, it's a day and a half, I believe. So she said it wouldn't take much time with these griffins.
Oh gosh!
You have a little time, but again, be
Yeah.
aware. It's again, we don't know how long it will take to find her in Yata, but I'm sure if we root about that Lachlan the Legendary is in town, she'll find a way to find you. Perhaps even at that despicable lady that our friend there mentioned.
Yeah, the place sounds sketchy.
What better place for her to be frequenting then?
Yeah, I guess the last time we found her was in like a ruined house with holes in it or something, right?
This is most true. I believe she was claimed to be a townsfolk at that point, but that is neither here nor there. It is time to get some rest for the evening.
All right. Thanks,
All
Gramps.
Sleep well.
and at that, Diana and Ashlyn are both awoken for their watch. And Diana, if you want to go ahead and roll your perception checks for.
We both have +7, I think. Although
Yeah.
both those are kind of low.
It's all right. Is there anything, Diana? I know you don't want to have like a conversation with yourself, but is there anything that Diana and Ashlyn would be kind of talking about during this?
No, I'll have a conversation with myself. I want to look schizophrenic.
There you
Do
go.
it.
Do it.
Do
So,
it.
Go ahead and take it.
Do it.
And Christy and Zoss, if you could try to hit your reconnect button to see if we can get your video back
Sure.
going, if it's able to.
Oh,
Go ahead and give it a
sorry.
shot. For
Still
some,
on,
Video
but-
is, like,
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm losing video on you guys. There we go. I got you back,
I don't-
Christy.
I didn't see Diana, but oh, now I see everybody.
Is that no? That's not that one. That's that one. Reconnect.
Yeah, if you just hit the reconnect button,
Okay.
see if it'll come up. If not, that's okay. I just wanted to see if we could get him.
There
back
you
up.
are.
There you go.
Hey!
Bingo.
Happen.
All right. So
Okay, here's what's gonna go down.
Okay.
All right, Ashlyn, I've been waiting to do this for a long time, and I'm glad that you chose on your own accord, with no outside force telling you to join me on this watch because I need a lookout.
a lookout.
Yes.
Okay. What? You want Ferguson to help?
Yes, I do. You and Ferguson are just gonna stay there, and you're just gonna make sure that you can sit there and you can think about it for a while. You just have a really good excuse if we get caught. That's what I need.
All right. Ferguson? Did you hear what Diana said? Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, great. Great. Oh, we've got this, Diana. We have got it. Ferguson is ready.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna mumble to myself. There's like a 30% chance they're gonna die. I'm gonna go. Okay, Ashlyn, I'm gonna go sneak up on Molvin while he's
Knew
asleep.
it.
And I'm gonna look, just take a little peek and see if I can find a little something that I've been looking for a while. It's all right. Oh, that sounded bad after I said it. Never mind. Hang on.
Ashlyn's looking at you and then looks at Ferguson and looks at you and it's like,
Your uncle, no.
Once you go small, you never
No.
go back.
No.
There it is again.
No.
The
It's
tag.
back.
It's back. I
No.
thought we put that to rest.
We can never put that to rest, Michael.
No, I'm just going to look for Zulkin's dagger
Oh,
because
Sulkin's dagger? Huh. That strange thing that... Oh, yeah, shh. Yeah, right, okay.
thing that has
Shh,
my phone
quiet.
in it, and it's
Quiet, Ferguson. Shh.
yeah. Shut up.
Why are you so loud sometimes? Oh, my goodness.
Talkative. It's like he doesn't shut
I
up.
know. Can you hear him? He's all the way... Oh, my goodness.
Like I love him, but geez, it's like you gotta duct tape his mouth shut.
Oh, that's a good idea. I
really good idea.
I saw
that.
no.
Lachlan. I saw Lachlan's able to do like some magic to make things happen. Maybe he can
Okay.
put tape on Ferguson's mouth.
Okay, good plan. We're gonna stick to the other plan right now, though. Let's.
Okay, other plan. Gotcha.
Okay.
What was that
So I'm
plan?
gonna go. You're gonna be very super quiet. Let me know if anybody wakes up, and have a really good excuse ready. We get quiet.
Okay, Ferguson, do you got it? Do you hear that? Super quiet. Don't wake anyone up. Now, hey, did you hear me? Don't wake anyone up. I got it. Yes, that's right. We're in.
So much better at dialogue, Ashlyn, than I am. Oh.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Oh. This is why you need Callista for
Now, let me. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check with Ashlyn as well.
Okay.
Yes, I do, Matthew. All right, so Ferguson and Ashlyn are much stealthier than Diana, as Diana's armor seems to be clinking and making some noise. I want everybody who is sleeping near the fire, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage because you are asleep. Oh, Moby doesn't hear anything.
I'm gonna use my nat 20.
Oh my goodness. So what would that make your perception score with
24.
a 24? So as Diana, you are approaching Molfin. You're kind of standing above him and you're starting to reach down towards Molfin. And you see out of the corner of your eye, you see one of Lachlan's eyes come open. And he's looking right towards you, standing above his uncle, his uncle Molfin. And you can see behind you about 20 feet or whatever, you can see Ashlyn just tiptoeing with Ferguson, like just around Callista. Callista's sound asleep, but she's like tiptoeing, just looking back and forth. And then all of a sudden you see her go look at Ferguson and go, shh, and hold perfectly still for a second. And then start tiptoeing again.
I'm gonna like slowly pull a gold coin out of my purse and like I wonder if she's gonna kiss him.
And I immediately close my eyes.
I toss the gold coin on his pillow.
As you're squinting, like your face is like crunched together, Lachlan, as you're just trying not to look, but you're awake and you can feel the gold coin, the impact of the gold coin next to your head. As okay,
Molten, you feel that your grandchild just got bought by one gold coin. I could be trying to kill you.
All right, are you trying to search for the item in question? Is that what is happening right now?
It's just a gentle little pat down. That's all.
Okay, I would like
Just
you to.
not even a
I'd
pat
like
down,
you to
just
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check,
Okay.
and I'll give you an advantage since he's asleep. Okay. Molfen,
Oh, I had inspiration. I could use my inspiration on my stealth check.
what's your passive perception, Molfen? Is it 14?
A 14, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would have noticed her walking up prior to that, but
No, I had you guys roll for that, so that was the.
right. So that was my 12.
Oh, you're 12. Oh, yeah. Good point.
Oh no.
As
no, I should do
Diana's
that.
getting ready to like come down to start like patting you down, your eyes start to slowly open as you hear a little bit of like the crunkling of grass, and you can see as you open, like you can just see Diana like above you, and then her eyes start to get wide as she like looks towards you with her hands, just like, and she just stops.
What the?
I was just. You were snoring really loud, and it was like kind of just sounded like a bear. So I just wanted to wake you up and tell you to not do that anymore. Right, Ashlyn? Wasn't he just snoring so crazy loud?
Yeah, it was like so loud you almost woke up Harshnag and Ferguson as well.
Yeah.
Right, Ferguson?
Huh?
Yeah, Ferguson says that was way too loud.
Ferguson was mad. Ferguson wanted to like hit you or whatever. I was like, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be nice to Molfen.
Yeah, and like Ferguson could have hit you a bunch. Like, look at all these tentacles.
He could have like slapped you in the face so many times.
It would have just been like.
I love that this is what he's waking up to.
Fine. Both of you go away. I'm rolling over and going back to sleep.
You get deception checks
You
with
can't-
advantage because we helped each other.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage. Let's see if.
Molfen wasn't even awake enough to really care, but
Yeah, I didn't.
I'll incite it.
Yeah, you believe them.
Oh yeah, he believes him.
You've been known to snore at times, Molfen. Your
My
wife.
wife complained that
Yeah.
frequently enough. Let's just go. Next time, just roll me over. Don't creep all over. And it's very dissettling. You had a strange look on your face.
Just the look of wanting to smack you because you were snoring so loud. And I'm gonna turn around on my heels. I'm gonna
Smack him,
whisper,
son.
What?
girl, run.
Oh, right. Ashlyn turns around and starts tiptoeing away.
No way.
And you guys
So
go
did
back.
not go with
And you guys go back and kind of sit down, both in the same spot where you were before you, around the fire, before you snuck up on Molfen. Molfen rolls back over and starts heading back to sleep.
So that
I'm
didn't-
so sorry. It was probably Ferguson.
It was definitely Ferguson. God, we can't
just-
bring him on stealth missions anymore.
I think he sleeps during the day and he's just wide awake at night.
Yeah, that's
just-
probably the case. Oh well, Ferguson, it's okay. We still love you for who you are.
What? What, Ferguson? What? You know what? He said he would be super quiet for a gold piece.
Ferguson needs to shut up. Ferguson needs to mind his own business. Go to sleep, Ferguson.
Oh, yeah. I apologize. Ferguson gets out of control sometimes.
Ferguson is wild. Ferguson needs to chill. Ferguson needs to take a Xanax.
What have I done? What has Callista done?
All right.
Oh, jeez.
So is that
And
the end of your watch? All right. Eventually, Diana wakes Callista up for her watch as
Okay.
Ashlyn gets ready for her trance as she goes into her meditative state. And Callista, is there anything that you would be doing during your watch? Go ahead. You can make a perception check while you're taking your watch.
Okay. I want to try using the sending stone again,
Okay.
since the last time I used it was on my watch.
Late night
Okay.
texting.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what would you like to say into your sending stone?
Are you okay? Where are you? But I'm saying this in common.
Saying this in common. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you finish up speaking into the sending stone, pretty confident that your message was sent through the stone. You still feel the presence that it is in the possession of another creature, but time continues to pass. Your watch seems to go by and without any answer in common or draconic.
Okay.
And other than that, your watch goes by and nothing seems to happen. It comes time to wake Moby up for his watch.
Okay. I'll wake Moby up.
All right, Moby.
All right.
Moby feeling rather refreshed. You can go ahead and make your perception check, Moby, as you look out. And is there anything you would like to do in particular during your watch?
Yeah, sure is.
Okay.
I'm going to scoot 30, 40 feet away from everyone else.
Okay. So Moby walks
And again,
to the edge of the firelight.
I'm just going to sit down cross-legged, reach into my hair, take out the handkerchief, unfold the corners, and lay it down on the ground next to me, and cast Minor Illusion on the skull of Mannix, and just sit with him and look up at the stars.
As
That's my watch.
and
Hi.
you see Moby and Mannix kind of looking up, and you can see some clouds are starting to roll in as the sky is starting to glow a little bit on the horizon as the sun is starting to rise. And as you do so, you start to hear that familiar voice of the raven speaking into your mind. You know, she would be very pleased with you, Moby.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the undead is what she despises the most. Those who cheat death. She despises them
like-
all.
Who are we talking about? I feel like you're leading onto something with this.
Well, it just depends on, how you look into it. But I have a strange feeling. I don't know. I don't know. Like we're just all part of, just a small part of a scheme or a plan that she has in mind. I don't know all of it. I don't know all the story. I just know I'm here for you, Moby. I'm here to keep you safe. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help lead you in the right direction. And I get frustrated sometimes with you, Moby, because sometimes you don't want to follow. But I think the Queen likes that about you, Moby. I think that makes you, I don't know, an intriguing soul for her to watch and mull over. I don't know, I find you rather frustrating, but I will do the Queen's bidding nonetheless.
Just look down at Mannix and say, "You're here for me, and I'm here for my friends." That's all there is to it.
Moby, what happens if your friends are not always here for you? What then?
It doesn't matter. They'll always be my friends. I'm there for them, even if they turn their backs on me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I reach out a hand to touch the illusion, but it just kind of goes through it.
Trying to pet Mannix, and it just goes right through it. And it's kind of strange too. Like, it's almost like a little bit of a translucent image of Mannix, and you can see the skull kind of like hovering where Mannix's head is, but you can see like this translucent like version of Mannix's flesh like over top of the skull. So it's like it's a very unique kind of. It's like a hologram or something with its bones like inside. Like, do you see the skull like there? It's pretty neat, a visual. I don't know, Moby, but for some reason I feel like the Queen has been sending a lot of her ravens here to Material Plane recently. I think the Queen is rather intrigued by everything that's going on in the world now. I think this, I don't know, this giant upheaval has sparked some of her interest as well, don't you think?
Life does seem to be pushing me towards things like this, especially in the past few months.
This
Perhaps it is all connected.
and this Harshnag character seems to know of an oracle who can, I don't know, answer questions. Doesn't that sound intriguing?
Maybe I can ask why the Raven Queen wanted me. What her deal is.
Perhaps. Then maybe we would have answers.
Or maybe I can ask for a way to get Mannix back.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
ask. Maybe you can ask if there's a way that the Raven Queen could replace me as your advisor and have someone else do this. Because sometimes this is torture.
I fold up the handkerchief and I very neatly, very kind of like anally, I guess, making sure all the corners are neat and touching, and I put it back in my hair. I'm going to collect some berries or something.
Right? The Raven kind of starts to flutter up into the sky. Just let's be on the lookout, Moby. I don't know what the Queen will plan next. We need to be ready.
Just ignore him.
And with that, the sun starts to illuminate the hillside in a bright orange glow of morning light. But on the horizon, you can start to see some clouds are looming and moving in towards your direction as you all kind of start to come to consciousness and wake up the next morning. The day is yours, my friends. What would you like to do?
Grams!
Gotta move on.
Morning.
I want to go find Molphin and start nudging his side. Grams!
Oh, yes. Yes.
I saw
Lachlan,
Diana speaking over to you last night. How'd it go?
Apparently, I was snoring rather badly.
Oh, that's it?
Apparently. Oh, what's up? Do me a favor. I sort of look around a little bit. Does anyone seem to be looking at us right now?
It looks like Callista's getting the Griffins ready with Dashara to head off. Diana, what are you and Ashlyn doing at this point?
I think we would just kind of be by the fire eating food. If we
Okay.
did anything, we'd like give each other like a knowing look, and then just kind of be like, "Oh my gosh, we can't say."
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all you see, Molfin, is you see Diana and Ashlyn like look at you real quick, and then all of a sudden like look away really quick and start like whispering to each other.
We're having girl talk.
They're having girl talk by the fire while they're eating some. They're heating up some really quick breakfast foods and.
We're like, "Oh my god, our periods are in sync. That's wild."
Too accurate.
And immediately, all the boys of the party just turn around and walk away slowly and quickly. And
Callista's like, that's why.
Oh, that's her power.
But Molfin's going to try to like pull Lachlan away and walk out of line of sight, like sort of around the griffins or around the trees, away from Diana and well, specifically Diana.
Okay.
And as soon as he's out of sight, just, excuse me for a moment, Lachlan. Reach into the spot I planted the item on and take it out. Don't
Okay.
care if he sees or not.
Yep.
And right back inside the cloak.
Molfin grabs a dagger out from you and puts it right back into his cloak.
Thank you for
Seriously?
holding that, Lachlan. Listen, I've been a little nervous recently since Diana's little incident with the fireball the other evening. So I have been finding unique locations to keep this from time to time.
Well, I have lots of places to hide it. You could just kind of lend it to me. I'll keep it safe.
If she finds out it's given to anyone, she will not miss with the fireball the second time. So as best
You're
she
right.
thinks I have it, and until we can find a safer place, or ideally until we can show her that Keller lives, and then smash the gem and be done with her strange fascination with this item.
I like it.
All right.
But again, thank you for holding it for me last night.
You're welcome.
All right. Molfin and Lachlan eventually join up with the rest of the group who are finishing their breakfast. Moby, anything in particular you'd be doing to prepare for the day?
I am laying in a large patch of grass with a blade of grass in my mouth.
Oh my god.
All right.
Where does he get this strange fascination?
So you guys all head onto mounting up on the griffins, and Ashlyn goes ahead and takes her seat atop of the shoulder of Harshnag, and you guys begin the next day of your journey. And I'm going to go ahead and move you guys over to our original travel map here that we used. So do you guys see your travel map there?
Huh.
Yeah.
So you guys have...
It looks different.
Yeah, it looks different because it doesn't have any of the town names on it and things like that. This was an update that they put in Storm King's Thunder. So that way, like, if you didn't actually know of a place, like, it wasn't on there.
Oh.
So you guys are actually, I'm going to shift ping where you're at. You're leaving right down here on the lower end of this hilly region right here. And you are headed in this direction. And you should be able to get to... you're trying to get a little bit south of Yartar along the river is where Dashara is leading you. It'll be a little bit past nightfall to get there. But about halfway through the day's travel, the clouds seem to get pretty heavy and intense. And there's no thunder or no lightning in the distance, but all of a sudden it starts to rain heavily while you guys are in flight. And the rain is just kind of beating down on you as you guys are flying through the air. The griffin's feathers and are getting completely soaked. The cat fur on the back of the griffins is starting to get soaking wet, so it's making it hard to kind of maintain balance at some points. You guys are kind of holding on for dear life as the wind kind of picks up and blows through your wet hair. Mulfin, your cloak is just completely drenched. And it's just more of a discomfort than anything else. The temperature starts to plummet a bit as it gets cold. But other than it just being a burdensome travel experience, you guys are able to continue. Everybody go ahead and make perception checks for me. All
Yikes.
around.
Yikes,
I'm
a
gonna
giant
use
worm
my
comes from the dirt and it tries to eat us.
Whoa.
Inspiration for Callista?
Can I use my
Yeah.
inspiration?
All right.
Because I haven't yet. Even though I already...
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Got 2 crits. Okay.
Hang on, I have to for Ashlyn. Hang on.
Okay.
She might crit too. You never know.
For this one, Ashlyn has disadvantage because she's closer to the ground.
She ain't. Oh,
So,
I have
yeah.
advantage because I'm
What's that?
flying.
You guys
Am
are
I flying?
flying, but I just called for a standard check for that. So Mulfin and Callista, you guys notice that. Why'd my rain stop? Keep going, rain. Come on. It didn't stop raining. So as you guys are flying, Callista and Mulfin, you guys do notice that there are what looks to be like a small village that you guys like fly over top of, completely destroyed. The village probably only held like a few families, like it was like a small farming village, but it looks like the fences of where they have kept livestock have been completely smashed in areas. You can see that the buildings and barns and farm areas are smashed, and timbers and wood are just broken and strewn all over the place. And it just looks like there's not a living being in sight in this place as you kind of fly above, well above the village as you go across. Yeah, but that's what you see as you guys are kind of flying up above. It looks like...
Often just going to sort of look around and see if he notices anyone else noticing that.
Yeah, it looks like you can tell that Callista's got a good view of it as she's staring down at it as well.
Often just sort of like tries to flag her a little bit and just sort of goes,
Okay, you guys continue on your journey. The rest of the journey, even though it's raining and uncomfortable, goes by. You guys kind of keep track of Harshnag, as sometimes you have to kind of do a couple circle loops for Harshnag to catch up to you, as he's trying really hard to run at a full pace. You guys eventually stop a couple times to get a drink of water and to replenish with some rations and get a little bit of a snack to get some of your energy back up. All of your butts hurt immensely because of being on the saddle for that long. It's just an uncomfortable situation. Now trying to hold your balance while you're trying to slide on the leather saddle is extremely uncomfortable. But eventually, as night starts to fall, you can see that Deshara points out a location of where you guys are headed. And you guys eventually make your way below where Deshara tells you is the city of Yartar. And it finds a place to land next to a large river. And I'm going to shift ping it on the map. It's just below Yartar here, which is where this circle is. I'm shift pinging it. So you guys are down here, and she kind of brings Screecher down, and all the rest of the griffins kind of follow in the flying V pattern as they head on down like a wonderful set of Canadian geese as they head on down.
You went there, huh?
DMs gets a nat 1. Yeah. I went there. I had to. And
Can I take away inspiration for that?
yeah. Or like the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, the Mighty Ducks movie, the Flying V. which is still
Goddamn.
the most ultimate. You know, if there was a finishing move in hockey, it would be the flying
Yeah.
V from the Mighty Ducks.
Still pretty Canadian for
Yeah,
hockey.
there you go. So you guys all come to rest. It is dark, but it is still raining. What would you guys like to do?
Are we meant to go into the city this late in the evening, or are we making camp out here?
No, I think we should approach the city.
Really? It's so dark, and it would be nice to, take a couple days, enjoy the land outside the city, far away from it.
Lachlan,
I'm
didn't you
with
have
Lachlan.
business here?
Yeah.
How
Well,
close are
let's
we
get
to this
to it
river?
then.
Technically, we all have business here.
You guys are like basically right on the edge of the river because the Shara set you guys down here so that they, the Griffins can go over to the river and kind of just drink out of the river a little bit.
Beautiful. When Lachlan says we should stay here and enjoy for a few days, moby puts on his jacket and just dives into the river.
Moby,
Put up.
Oh, with a splash, Moby is in the river and he just like disappears under the water for a significant amount of time.
Not again.
Do you think he's drowning in there, Lachlan?
he's got his cloak. He's fine.
Cloak.
Remember the one you gave him after he
Oh.
jumped off the tower and then almost drowned?
That's right. The cloak Lachlan and I found in that place we were in.
Yes, that place.
Do I see anything cool that's floated downstream from the city?
Go and make a perception check.
Poop, because this is the medieval era.
Yeah. There probably is some poop in there. Yeah.
Ugh.
Nice.
The water's a little cloudy. You're not really seeing much on the bottom. You do find an old shoe.
I find a what?
An old shoe.
How big is this shoe?
It looks too big for your foot.
I grab it anyway.
Okay.
He's like an old lady.
It's like the cliche boot that in the cartoons whenever they go fishing they reel in. It's like that cliche brown boot that's filled with water and maybe a fish.
A long, like, tongue.
Yeah, the long tongue that hangs over the front. Yeah.
Nice. I just stay down there long enough for everyone to start to worry a little bit. Maybe like bordering 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, Moby's been gone for quite a while and he never came up for a breath.
Can we see him anywhere in the water?
Roll a perception check.
You know what? I'm gonna
You don't.
gonna
The water's
jump
really
in.
dark and cloudy.
I'm gonna jump in as a giant shark.
Okay. Callista jumps in and mid-jump transforms into a giant shark and slams into the water.
Jeez.
Lachlan, Diana, when did she learn how to do that?
Diana. Who?
No, Diana, when did Callista? She turned into a massive fish.
I don't know what goes on with that girl half the time. I support her like the good friend that I am.
Ferguson, I'm not sure it's a good idea for you to go for a swim. I just don't think that's the right kind of water for you.
I think we'd lose him.
Yeah, I think you should just stay here, Ferguson. Ashlyn just kind of slowly walks away holding the potion.
Do I
bottle.
see Moby?
How well can a shark see? It's night and you're in the water.
But I think I also have smell of if they do normal shark.
Yeah. Where's a giant shark? Is there a giant shark in here?
Is it hunter shark or giant shark?
I think it might be a hunter shark.
I mean,
After a while, I just, kind of starfish on the bottom of the
It's a
riverbed.
hunter shark.
Starfish on the bottom.
Hunter shark is blind sight up to 30 feet.
Oh,
Yeah, eventually you do see Moby. He's kind of like laying on the bottom of the river. There's like a bunch of like moss and muddy covered rocks down at the bottom of the river, and he's just laying there, and he's holding onto an old boot.
I'm making like snow angels.
Yeah, there's like this cloud of dust just starts this like kind of make this murky area in the water, and you can see this what seems to be an awful large creature for in a river.
I'm gonna go nudge him.
Moby, all of a sudden you feel the little bump of the nose of something, and as you turn around, you see this massive shark sitting right
It's
there in the
purple,
water.
remember?
It's a purple
It's
shark.
purple.
It's a
Oh,
very
it's purple? Okay.
massive purple shark.
I've seen this before.
You have.
Didn't you run like a coward?
Yeah, because he didn't know it was me.
He totally did. So,
Alright,
Lachlan.
I'm assuming this is my bedtime.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna jump on like and grab the fin and just
Oh yeah. So
like
all of a
those
sudden.
that-
Yeah, I'll
me
do
wherever.
like the Free Willy thing and just breach and then transform when I jump out of the water.
Oh yeah. And as Callista lands, Moby is like.
I'm like holding
on-
Moby in my
And
arms.
Moby is like Moby's like being held by Callista, as you guys are all standing there, like getting ready to set up camp next.
And I'm
to the
holding a
river.
boot in the same motion.
I caught a Moby.
I caught a boot.
Callista, throw it back. It seems to be a little weakened.
No. Did like the fake out, like okay, I put him down.
This one's not big enough to keep.
I tipped the boot upside down to see if there's anything in it.
You start just a couple rocks start falling out of it. A bunch of water, dirty, muddy water. This was at the bottom. A couple pieces of copper fall out and land on the ground. So about 3 copper
Pick those
pieces.
up in the pocket.
Here you go.
All right. Are you guys done fooling around? Can we head to Yartar now?
Yes, are you and Moby finished?
I had to grab him
We could have left him.
again.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Come along, Moby.
As you guys start to move, you guys start to hear this sound from a little bit upstream. It sounds like the squawking of seagulls. And they sound like they're fighting or something. And as you start to look upriver, even though you're having trouble seeing, as the sound gets closer, you can see that in the midst of this light rain, there are these 4 massive seagulls, like dipping down into the water.
Pass without a trace.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh wow, someone must be eating fish and chips by the river.
And as you look up, you can see that it's almost like they're fighting over something that possibly floating downstream. As they're kind of dipping down, they're just squawking at each other. Sometimes they're like snapping at each other with their beaks as they try to plummet down and try to pick up whatever it is that they're kind of squawking over.
How far is it from us?
Probably within 150 feet at this point. Doesn't seem like they're taking much notice of you. They're just focused on whatever it is that's in the water that they're trying to go down to grasp. Hey, Stumpy! It's good to see you.
Good evening, Stumpy. This has Molfin rather intrigued, so he's going to start walking up that direction and take a look.
Molfin, as you get closer, if you guys want to, are you guys being stealthy? Are you sneaking?
Yeah, I want to be stealthy at least.
Okay, anybody who's sneaking or being stealthy or hiding, go ahead and roll a stealth check, and you can add 10 because of Callista's pass without a trace.
Molfin will try to be a little
Ashlyn
quiet.
just got a 36.
Wow.
Jesus.
Diana is...
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn is gone. Is she
Diana, we have yet to see. Diana has a -1. Diana is very visible.
Still, a 19 is still good. A 19 is still good. Everybody
Our
did
lowest
very
was
well.
19, yeah.
Yeah, everybody did very well. Mulfin, as you go to get closer, you're heading that way. You realize that the birds are coming your direction because they're coming downstream with whatever the object is that they're kind of diving into the water over. As you're looking, it seems like the birds are trying to retrieve something from the water. It looks like a 6-foot long, like white, opaque, like cocoon type thing that's floating and bobbing in the water. And it's actually floating closer to your side of the shore as the birds are kind of manipulating the direction that it's going, trying to just do whatever they can to get whatever it is before the other bird does.
You said it's like 6 feet. Does it look humanoid or?
It from what you can tell, it appears to be so.
This must be from Harshnag's gangster days.
They disappeared in mafia style.
I meant boots.
Approximately 6 feet tall. And it's near this. Oh, I did not actually mean to click that, but that actually sort of serves the purpose. Is it within 5 feet of the shore?
Not yet. It's probably about 35 feet within the shore.
Okay, so that one.
But it's coming your way, and it's actually coming your way rather quickly because the birds are almost like pushing it towards your direction a little bit as it floats downstream.
Okay, so actually,
Just leave it.
no, it looks like it could be a person.
It's probably dead.
We won't know unless we check.
Oh God.
I know what to do.
Oh no.
And I'll have Lynx pop out of the little pocket dimension.
There he is. He just appears right
And-
next to you.
And tell Lynx to go run right next to the shore and start like hissing and growling
Oh.
to sort of like try to distract the birds and try to draw them away.
Okay.
Following lead, maybe he's going to send the Raven to kind of annoy him.
Okay. As the lynx is kind of running up the stream a little bit, kind of hissing, you can hear the hissing sound. The birds don't really seem to bite into the lynx's hissing, and the raven starts to flutter that way as well. And it's almost like the raven kind of gets in the middle of it. One of the birds kind of just squawks at it and kind of like snips at it just very quickly, and then goes back to like snipping and fighting with the other birds, the larger birds. It's almost like
This doesn't
You
feel
know,
right.
it's like they're just kind of like fighting over this thing. And it's starting to, I mean, they're coming closer and closer to you, especially Mulfin standing closest to the edge. It's starting to flutter. It's only about maybe 20 feet away from you now as it's coming towards you.
And
Yeah,
how
I'm
large are
gonna
these
whisper.
things?
These are like, if you remember the large like vulture size birds that you guys have come in contact with that the cult was flying on. I mean, these are giant seagulls.
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
But even though they're only 20 feet from you and you're kind of almost like standing out in the open right there, Callista, make an Arcana check.
Oh,
They seem real to you, Callista.
okay.
So Mulfin's going to wait until if they're pushing it towards the shore, towards Mulfin, he's going to hold off and when it's within 5 feet, he's going to cast Earthen Grasp and just have the hand reach out and grab, like basically come from the side, reach down and grab onto that, sort of cutting them off from the top of it.
Okay,
with
so
the hand.
it's going to grab the cocoon-shaped object.
Yep.
Okay, when it gets about 10 feet away from you, this is when you notice something interesting. It seems like a couple of the birds have ripped a bit of this cocoon open. And at that point in time, you start to hear someone call out from inside. And you see this hand reach up as if it's trying to do whatever it can to get out.
Oh my god.
This so does not feel right.
And it's continuing to float. Yeah, Moby. Kind of like that, yes.
All right. Do I see this hand?
Are you standing within range of where kind of like Molfin is next to the shore?
I would have been moving up so we stay within the stealth range, so we're
Yeah.
all within 30 feet.
And it sounds like a really weak call out. It's like ah. As it's like
Do I
reaching
hear
up.
it and
Yeah,
see it though?
yeah, you guys can hear it and see it, even in the
Alright.
midst of the squawking of the birds.
I'm gonna.
Do I remember this
Sorry.
voice?
Go ahead and make a. Let's just call it a perception check.
And it's trapped.
Would
and
any of
being
us be
attacked.
able to do this, where
Yeah.
we can all hear it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Am I able to?
Nope.
Sling.
None of you,
Just, like,
even though it's a weak
Slingshot at
kind
the
of,
bird?
you can slingshot the birds if you'd like.
Just to
That's it.
distract
Okay.
them.
Yeah, if
Go ahead.
Molfin's hearing voices, he's pulling something out at the same point if Moby's doing this.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Ashlyn also longbow
Ooh.
something.
As Molfin sees Moby start to pull out the sling, taps it and grabs himself, and is just going to spew flames up away from the cocoon, but trying to get as many of the birds as possible.
Excellent. Go ahead and make. They got to make a check to save
Yeah,
against
it's
it.
a dex save.
It's a dex save. Excellent. Let me see how they do.
And then see how bad Callista wants to beat Molfin and Moby for this later.
I don't want to interrupt, but as a note, Diana has intentions to run and try and grab the person.
Okay. Excellent.
That's
So
I didn't wanna
you said
interrupt.
dexterity save, right, Molfin?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna make. There's 4 of them there, so I'm gonna make 4 dex saves.
Fail, fail, fail. Save.
All right, so 3 out of them failed. Okay, and roll your damage. All right. So
That sucks.
so
Ooh.
Moby starts us off by firing his sling, and the stone just splashes into the water somewhere about 20 feet off to the right-hand side. Like it was a total misfire. As
I'm
it,
out of practice.
it goes flying over there. Was Ashlyn taking a shot at one of them? Is that what was happening?
Yeah, took a shot. She got an 11.
And the arrow misses its mark as the birds are like fluttering rapidly. It goes underneath the head of one of them, streaking in and splashing into the water behind them. Then all of a sudden,
Makes sense.
Molfin, as they start to float closer, unleashes this breath that just goes out and it ignites the air and the sky around you guys. And you notice that it starts to burn 3 of these seagulls. And you notice immediately these 3 just start flying in the opposite direction and start flying upward and are just doing whatever they can to get out of the way. The other one, seeing the other ones taken off, even though the flames didn't hit, just turns and starts fluttering behind. You can see some of the feathers are falling off some of them as they're just getting out of there as quickly as they can. Some of them squawking in pain as they show some black tarnished areas on their bodies from all the flames that Molfin shot out. Diana, you're able to quickly go out and reach for the body, and you the hand that reached out, you grab it, and you pull it up onto the shore. You didn't have to water walk. It was kind of right next to the shore. You could just kind of grabbed it. I mean, if you want to, you can water walk for like 2 steps.
Point 2. Can I just make a point 2 just to show off, just to be like, look at how divine I am.
Sure. Yeah, you take 2 steps onto the water, and the cocoon-like figure drifts towards you. You grab his arm and you pull him up on shore, and you can immediately see it's a younger male human that seems to be in this kind of gooey cocoon type thing. A bunch of
Is he
aside. I mean,
Actually, the first thing you asked.
he's
Always.
he's kind of average. He's kind of an average looking, kind of a little heavier set, a little pudgy.
Diana's gonna throw him back
But
in.
probably what you can guess in his younger 20s. But one thing strikes you, even in the dark, you can notice this. But it looks like he has this like translucent, slimy kind of textured skin, and he's completely naked.
Oh no! Wait. How is it?
Average. It's average all the way around.
Okay,
Well,
we'll let this
You know what? This is completely inappropriate.
I like minor
Okay.
illusion, a little cloth over it.
Yeah, I'm
There
gonna
you go.
do the winter
Wolfen is
jacket.
just blasting it with grease. Have some grease underwear, my man.
so are you really putting grease on him?
If Lachlan doesn't minor illusion
Yeah.
something, yeah, I'll blast him with grease.
We'll say Lachlan got the minor illusion off to save from the grease being dumped everywhere. But yeah, like the inside of this the cocoon-shaped stuff has like this gooey substance in it as well. It's like just this like mucusy type substance inside. And he looks up to you, Diana, and it's very weak. And he looks to you. His hair is completely wet and soaked in this mucusy type stuff, straight out of like an Aliens film. But he looks towards you. He's like, "Who? Where am I?" And he has this broken voice, and he has just this confused expression on his face. And he looks at you, looking kind of like through these half squinty, mucusy covered eyes, and he's looking at you, and he's like, Who are you? What have you done
Your
with
savior.
What have you done with me?
No, you're safe. I'm your savior. I am your guardian angel.
You.
And
Why?
She breaks down laughing.
And me too. And I reach out and
No,
Put my
you're
hand
good,
over
bro.
his
You're
face
good. Get up.
and cast lay on hands for 10 points of healing.
Okay. Moby, you get the sense that your healing doesn't seem to have much of an impact or effect on this young man.
He needs soup. Let the doctor do her work.
Ew, and there's slime on my hand now.
Yeah, you got some gooey,
Can I?
mucusy liquid on your hand, Moby.
Wait, don't touch him. I'm getting like an off vibe about him. Stay, just
Can
hang
I
back a bit.
detect magic on this guy?
You can, sure.
Let me tell you, young man, I split the waters to walk and save your life.
You,
Like,
you saved me?
I sure did. Sure did. It was the calling of Ilmater. He was the one, you know? And, you know, it's what, you know, maybe it's, you know, all his plan. You never know.
Oh, well, I just...
Have this pamphlet.
He like
God.
he reaches out to take a pamphlet from you, and he's I'm sorry. I have a really bad headache, and last I remember I was in Yartar. I don't understand.
Hey, it happens to us all. Listen, before I came to the temple, whew.
The temple. Oh,
While they're talking, I'm just gonna do a little divine sense and just
okay.
Yeah.
check when I'm dead.
Callista, you are getting, as you're detecting magic, this slimy kind of cocoon container that he was in seems to resonate some kind of twisted magic. Like it's not natural to you. Like it's not like a webbing. It's not like a cocoon. It's some kind of twisted magic. You can't quite pinpoint what it is, but you know it's not natural, and it's twisted and dark in some way.
I light my hands on fire.
Okay.
Oh, that's what we're doing?
And
As
Moby
she does that-
Moby was doing something. What were you doing? Detect undead?
Yeah, I was just saying, if my magic didn't work on him, I'm just having a little look-see. Just making sure there's no undead creatures in our mists.
Detect has been consecrated or desecrated. You're not really getting any senses from this, from this, Moby. It doesn't seem to be undead or anything fiendish about this.
He's just from an odd place, okay?
He's confused.
Who are you?
My name is Arton Rosolio. I'm from
Oh,
I'm from Yartar. I come from a noble house. My
Oh.
mother's probably worried sick about me. Oh my goodness! And he's just like rubbing his face. I mean, the last I remember, I was getting ready. I was going out alone. You see, you know, I've been just trying to get out and about and meet people, and I heard about the. Well, I can't remember where I was going, but for some reason I remember something about a golden goose. I'm not sure why. Huh. Oh,
Do I believe
this
him?
headache. Go ahead, you can make an insight check.
We need to get you out of your shell, especially if you want to meet people.
Yeah, I mean, seems rather confused
shell.
and disoriented, Callista, but
Oh
you
my
do.
god!
Callista, you're
Yeah.
getting an honest read from him. He seems to be
Okay.
legit in what he's telling you.
I'm gonna start
but-
trying to get the
but
stuff off him.
I don't think it was an actual golden goose, but I just can't remember. Oh, I do remember.
I
I do,
can.
oh, go ahead, Diana. What would you like?
Can anybody do like detect curse? Because I don't want to waste a spell, but if he has
No.
like a curse on him, I could try and
I-
lift a curse.
Would have been able to detect that if I did detect magic?
Sense presence of magic.
In the school, it is. That's
Yeah.
With lay on hands, I can remove an effect or something.
Okay, well, I
Let me
have
check.
removed curse.
if anyone tells Molfen that the thing is magical, I can do an identify spell and tell us what it is.
Callista,
Well, can
Callista,
you-
you would probably tell that he is in fact under. There is some type of magical curse on him. You're not really sure of what kind of curse it is. It seems to be a rather powerful curse, which is why Moby's lay on hands didn't really do anything.
I'm
Any
gonna-
diseases? Does he, not use protection? Or
I would have
Nice.
I would
I
have
can
told
cure that.
them about feeling him being under a curse, and I would have told Molfen that the cocoon is very twisted magic.
I stopped touching
Molfen's
it.
over with the cocoon then.
All right, so you're doing a ritual on the cocoon?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I just boop his nose with remove curse?
Yeah, you channel the powers and the divine energies of Ilmater, casting, saying a prayer to Ilmater to take the suffering away from this young noble as you touch his nose. It almost seems as if nothing happens.
What are you, like a
Something
butterfly
stronger.
man or something?
Your best guess, Diana, is this spell is just not strong enough to undo the curse that he's under.
Oh no.
I think he's some
Wow.
kind of butterfly man.
And he looks back at you, Diana, after that, and he's like, "Ah, you are beautiful." And then as you're seeing this mucusy substance like leaking off of his face, he looks back to you and he's like, "Wait, I do remember. I remember staring into the eyes of a beautiful woman. I remember she was wearing an elegant purple dress, but
I look at Callista.
I can't."
I look at Moby like,
I'd like point.
But she was absolutely gorgeous. I can't remember her name or, well, if she even told me.
That's what every girl wants to hear. Hey, you're pretty. You remind me of someone else.
too real.
Oh yeah. And then he kind of just starts to rub his head. It's such a headache. My mother. Oh my goodness, my mother.
Well, let's get you back to town then.
She must be, I'm sure that she will have a great reward for all of you and he looks right at you, Diana, sitting up in his this little cocoon shaped thing. He's like, I'm sure she will have a great reward for all of you for saving my life.
Are you permanently stuck in this cocoon? Are you like going through metamorphosis or
He
something?
looks down at his legs and looks down at the little leaf that Lachlan placed over his region. And then it starts to slowly
Here, use the pam.
He starts to slowly like stand up, and it's like this gooey like noise as he kind of
Ew.
gets up, and it's like these strings of mucousy substance kind of just like detach, and he kind of stands up out, and he's like, no, I think I can walk.
Can you put on clothes? Is that possible?
Does anybody have anything I could put over me?
Oh, I hand him a big winter jacket that's sized for a gnome.
He like squeezes into this little like
jacket.
Little gnome jacket.
He tries to squeeze in it. It's like, what's that? Fat guy in a little coat. What's that?
I'll give him my cloak that I usually have wrapped around Cleo.
Gotcha.
I say I want it back.
Gonna
So you can
clean
have this
him
for
up.
now.
He
Get rid of the goop.
Okay.
Just
As you get rid of the goop, you notice immediately he starts to touch his body. He starts to go, ow, ouch, and starts to hunker down, and you see like
Goodness.
as the rain
I didn't
starts
do
like
it.
pelting him, he's like and he quickly like runs over to the water and tosses himself into the river. And with a splash, you hear him like kind of his head like rises up out of the water and goes,
I didn't do anything. I just cleaned him.
And Molfin, as you finish your identify of the cocoon, this is like, not only is it filled with like several inches of this nasty kind of grimy, liquidy, mucousy substance, but this isn't the product. Like, same thing as Calista, this isn't the product of any natural beast that you've ever read about in any of your books. Any of your literature has not led to you any of this. It's not, you've dealt with the webbing of giant spiders before. You've dealt with things like that. You don't get the sense of anything like that. And you can determine that this is like some kind of membranous tissue. It's not webbing, it's not fabric. It's very soft though, and it's translucent. So you can kind of almost see through it in places where the mucousy substance isn't too thick. And it's just wrapped and twisted with some kind of magic. And you can tell that this man is under some kind of unnatural, magically twisted disease.
I got a few vials. I'm going to hand one to Molfin. You might need this, further inspection.
Perhaps would not hurt. Malvin's going to take out the broken dagger that he got from Lachlan and sort of like use it almost like a little knife to scoop some of that stuff up into the vial.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you scoop a little bit of the substance, the mucousy liquid, into the vial and put the cork tightly on top of the vial, containing some inside.
And then take that same broken dagger. Can I sort of cut off any of the membranous tissue, like outer shell of it?
Absolutely. Once you start hacking it, it comes apart easily.
Hack some of that up, put that into... and will that fit in a vial, or would I have to put that in a little pouch?
It'll fit in a vial.
Okay, I'll do a vial of
I've
that,
got
too.
another vial if you want to keep them separated.
Oh, sure. I'll take 2 from you.
I'll help the guy out of the river and wrap my cloak around him.
Okay. Get up, and he's completely drenched now, and it seems like the water is kind of replenished a little bit. It's almost like kind of like a sweat. This mucousy substance starts to reappear back on his skin that Moby had recently gotten rid of. He looks. Oh, that whatever you did, it hurt so bad.
You have really bad hygiene.
Moby, it appears he is under some rather serious magical disease.
Oh, keep it away from me.
We cannot bring him back into Yata such as this.
Oh, but you must. My mother is going to be worried sick. We have.
Wait,
You could be contagious.
I could be, but we have. Well,
I back away.
Oh, Dr. Fairchild. Dr. Fairchild could help me.
Then
I think
perhaps
we get him
we
to a
should
doctor.
send word- Then we bring the doctor out here.
That cough.
ask
Diana.
That cough was perfectly timed.
There's
Just
another
ask
problem,
Diana,
I
what if we bring this individual into the city? He passes the disease to the entire city, and Diana is solely responsible, as his savior, for destroying Yata through a magical disease.
Can me
I'm
and
a thank you,
Diana do a
Jesus.
medicine check to see if it is contagious?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do that. And
I'll give you
also-
advantage. I'll help you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
got
I
it.
also am unsure, you guys, if he can even leave water. Like, when we started drying him off, everything in him seemed to hurt. And then we brought him back, and then he fell back into the water and was better.
And
So,
Diana, as you're having that thought, you think you've hit the nail right on the head. You believe that he cannot be away from water for an extended period of time, or it will start to basically kill him. He will dry out and shrivel up and die. That's what you
this
believe.
man needs to stay.
Can I do a druid craft a small, rain cloud above him?
Yes, you could. It's and the rain is kind of starting to lighten up a little bit here in the night.
This is really depressing.
Um,
Oh.
I mean,
but now all of a sudden
He
there's
goes
this
that way and
there's
I go,
this
"Oh,
there's
wow."
a small storm cloud that's above his head. You can see little flashes of lightning inside of it as it's pouring down rain just on top of this guy's head and just drenching him with water as he's
You
still
made him look
still
really
has your
sad, Callisto. Really sad.
and you guys also with your medicine check, Diana, you know that you don't believe that he is contagious.
Okay.
You believe that he contracted this somehow, but it wasn't. You don't believe he himself is contagious.
Guys, I don't think that this is a thing that you sneeze on somebody and you spread. This seems more like
you
a
soak in the
targeted-
cocoon and you're...
yeah, it's kind of like a targeted attack on the immune system, I think. I think it's
Yeah, I've seen this before. Guy meets beautiful girl. They spend a night together. He wakes up in a cocoon.
What?
I thought you were gonna say he wakes up with herpes or something. That went way wrong.
You've seen this before, Moby?
What
No,
am I
he
gonna
hasn't.
do? I spent 12 years doing nothing.
Can
Well,
I
apparently
insight
not-
Moby?
nothing.
Ashlyn looks at you, Diana, and is kind of like, his skin looks kind of like Ferguson's, and then shakes the little bottle next to you.
You know what? Maybe he's turning into a jellyfish. You never know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe Ferguson used to be a young noble man.
Yes. Or maybe they're like cousins. Who knows?
I look at Lachlan.
Maybe when we take him home, we can ask his family if they were missing anyone else.
Oh yeah. See, yeah.
That would be perfect. What, Ferguson?
That'd be
And then she kind of just starts to walk away.
Okay, sweetie. Okay. I think maybe some of us could stay behind and keep an eye on him, and the others go into the village and fetch
Well,
the
if
doctor.
he's not contagious, wouldn't it just be faster to take him straight to the doctor? He knows where he is. We don't know where the doctor is.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna
but
be
he might
associated
dry
with him.
out like a
It's up to-
sad little fish and,
There's
flop
a
around
spring
and
cloud.
choke on
If you
air.
take me to my house, take me to mother, and she'll make it all right. She'll make it better, and she'll have. I know she'll have a reward for all of you for saving my life.
Does he have a fever?
Reward.
His skin is so cold to the touch.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that he's delirious. Sweetie, you're delirious. Please take a nap.
Quick question. You said it was a magical disease he was under?
Mm-hmm.
Molfin's thinking back and goes into his inner pocket and pulls out a necklace
Okay.
that he still has in his possession. He said, I'm going to try something if I may, sir. Bend your head down here.
He slowly puts his head down towards you.
And Molfin is going to place around his neck the Periapt of Health.
Okay. Let me double check the handbook on that to see what the ruling is.
If he needs to be near water, I could just stay with him and we could just swim in the river all day.
Yes, but you have a tendency to wander off. We're going to see if this will actually work.
As you put the parapet of health on, he raises his head and you see the red heart start to glow with a red mystical energy. And you see that his skin starts to change, starting where the heart is, back to a normal kind of fleshy tone. And then it starts to kind of continue to creep all the way around his body. And as it's going, the fleshy tone is as it's coming back to its original color, you see that the mucousy substance and the liquidy kind of texture of his skin starts to dissipate and vanish. And eventually it reaches the top of his head and the bottom of his feet. And he stands before you, and he's just looking around.
I'm going to drop the rain cloud and see if he starts wailing in pain.
The rain cloud dissipates, and he just like looks at all of you, and he's, I feel much better. What
Temporary
what
means.
is this?
Whoa, where did you get that?
I'll use my mage hand to kind of like almost take it off a little, but then not.
Oh, yes.
It is a magical item we came across that... I can't remember where I found it or if somebody showed it to me. But it prevents the wearer from being affected or... infected by any disease.
Is that the one I found?
Oh, I
No,
have
the
Raven
one
King for that.
the one you found is actually is it?
You found
No,
like a necklace of
found
fireballs.
You found a necklace of fireballs, yeah.
No, but this is from before, right? How old is this thing? We've had this a while,
That's
right?
not stone.
I have no idea. It's in my inventory. It's about
Yeah, we've had it a while.
You got it from the treasure on the long ship of the Frost
Yeah,
Giants.
yeah.
was
So
in
that'd be the one.
Necklace
Yep.
like that, right? I think I was handed a necklace that had like a heart in like two hands or whatever.
No, that's the mace.
That's the mace.
Yeah. That's the one you got.
Mhm.
I was about to be like, don't steal my jewelry.
I was like, why are you stealing my gems and my jewels, man?
Yeah, back off.
So,
Pimp doesn't need such things.
Molfin, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Would this be no Arcana?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
You believe that as long as he is wearing this, he'll be okay.
Yeah. it's
But if he
temporary.
takes it off, that he might still be affected.
Mhm.
So it could be, it's not a permanent solution to the problem, but it is a temporary one at least.
This will do for a spell until we can get to your mother. But this is an extremely valuable item that is not mine to give away. So we shall use it to get you to your mother, and then we can get you submerged in some vat of water or something,
Oh,
which
the doctor
seems to be
I know.
the
I know.
cause here.
I know my mother and Dr. Fairchild will be able to figure out what's wrong with me. I know they will. I know she's worried sick about me, and I need to get back right away. I'm sure whatever you want will be offered to you. I'm sure.
Lachlan.
Lead the way.
And he starts to look at all of you and just go, yes. I'm sorry. I didn't have time to catch all of your names. I want to be able to introduce you to my mother when we get there.
Well, you may call me Diana the Divine.
Diana the Divine.
Yes,
It's a beautiful name.
very. Thank you.
And you, ma'am? Looks towards Callista.
Close, that's fine.
Callista the Killer.
Yes, and you can conjure fire from your hands.
I do it again. Anytime I want.
Wow. That's amazing. And he looks over to the rest of you. And some gnomes.
Oh no, he's a
Wow.
racist.
What's so funny?
What are your names? Oh, it's okay. My mother employs many gnomes.
I'm not racist. We employ gnomes.
So racist. He's so racist.
They're an equal opportunity employer. It's in the paperwork.
I'm no field gnome. No,
Oh.
I'm a free gnome.
Toby is a free elf.
Us Rosolios, we have made our money in barge building, which gnomes are very good at.
Oh no. Oh no. I heard your people are really good at this.
I don't like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Put him back in the cocoon.
Nice. No, Matt. Let me lead you to the way. I'll lead you the way to Yartar. It's just this way, and he kind of grips the pendant around his neck, holding onto it tightly.
I think for this abuse, we owe double whatever your mother is going to offer us. Isn't that right, Lachlan?
That's right.
I'm sure
We just gotta.
she will make it worth your while. I promise. I promise. We've got plenty in the treasury. I'm sure it will be fine.
Do I believe him?
Treasury.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm jumping in on that too. Molfen is just
Yeah.
dead silent, though he's not saying a bloody word to anybody at the moment.
Guys, there's a treasury.
We're gonna
Oh,
teach him that
that's where they
no
keep treasure.
matter.
Callista, you believe that he is being forthright and honest with you, but you do feel that he has maybe a distorted sense for how much his mother actually cares about him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can see why.
Means maybe mommy is the one who did this to him.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh, this is gonna go nasty if we bring her back. The son that she
That's
tried to
just
murder.
weird. You saw a beautiful woman, they spend a night together, and then, no.
Then he gets all slimy.
A little
So-
piss Rex. That's moral.
So as you guys start to walk along the riverside, he starts to head up along the river to what looks to be a trail that leads to the east, a road that travels, and you can start to see in the as the rain kind of dissipates and comes to an end, some of the clouds start to break up a bit, and you guys start to see the silhouette of what looks to be a large citadel-shaped. It's just silhouette on the horizon in front of you. and you can hear and see the flickers of torches, and you can see the glowing of like what seems like many lights shining from the city of Yartar ahead. And that is where we will end tonight's session as you guys are headed towards the city of Yartar with Arton Rosolio in hand.
Archon
wearing
Rizzoli, the
pants?
whole racist.
Does he have pants on, or is it just a?
He has somebody's robe, Callista's robe that she had lent him.
So it's just all out there.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
got a robe on.
Well, it's a pretty
3
long
feet
robe
tall.
because it would keep me fully covered, all my skin. So
Mhm. Well done, everyone. Well done.
Wow. Wow.
We've you've
yep.
obtained some things from a sacred burial ground, disrupting it a bit and causing these undead creatures to try to destroy you. And you managed to make it all the way to Yartar and discover an interestingly cursed young noble.
Who is apparently keeping gnomish slave labor.
Yeah.
No, they said she employs them. Doesn't mean they're getting paid. They're employed.
Okay, they're
Well, they can
indentured
separate
servants.
Well, thank you guys, everybody who tuned in this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. But now comes that awesome time at the end of our episode where we decide a nat 20 for any of our players, or if there's anything that stood out to you guys tonight that was worthy of a nat 20. You know what? I must say, Diana trying to steal the dagger was
choice.
amazing.
Failing so bad.
Thus impersonating.
Yeah.
And role
I
playing.
think Zost gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think Ashlyn gets it. Ashlyn was more Ashlyn tonight than Ashlyn was.
Ashlyn was more Ashlyn tonight than when Ashlyn was here. That doesn't work. No, Sarah, we miss you. Come back. We love you.
Come back.
Yes,
Please-
that's why I'm trying to give her a net 20.
I can only talk to Ferguson so long. You got to come back. It's strange, like holding an imaginary potion bottle up to your ear, pretending that you're hearing an imaginary squid talking to you through the glass.
I thought that at first he was a plant, and then I thought that he was a jellyfish, and now I know he's a squid.
It's like a little squid, yeah. So let's we're gonna give it to Zos. I think she deserves it for tonight's session. So Zos, you're gonna roll with the nat 20 next time we get together. So let me make sure I'm gonna put it up there in the corner so I don't forget. Till next time.
Yay.
And awesome. So next time we get together, I'm going to be honest with everybody. I'm not sure that we will be having a Storm King's Thunder episode next week or not yet. I will make an announcement for all of our viewers on social media, and I will keep you guys posted as well. We're moving this weekend, and I'm not sure how long it will take to get everything settled. It would be great if I could have everything situated by next Friday, but I'm not 100% sure it will actually work or not.
Yeah.
So I will keep you guys posted. So you guys, I think Matthew will have a one-shot prepared. That if you guys would still like to play on Friday night and participate in a one-shot, I think Matthew will have something set to go in case we don't get to run Storm King's Thunder. But don't forget to make sure to follow us. If you haven't followed us already, check out our YouTube channel to catch up on all the past episodes. Check out Insight Check tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern with Christy. And don't forget to tune in on Monday nights with Matthew as our DM for Tomb of Annihilation. Last episode was amazing. They had some very up and down roller coaster ride moments during the session. There were tears, and it was pretty
Oh,
intense.
it was so much fun.
Yeah. So make sure you guys tune in to check that out. Make sure to support all of your small streamers out there that you enjoy, especially those running Dungeons & Dragons, the game that we love to play. And anybody else have any announcements or any shout-outs you guys want to do?
Yeller, I'll pop in. Thank you for watching.
In the streets of Waterdeep.
The streets of
Harsh
Waterdeep.
night.
Got the gangsta paradise.
Gold teeth.
So,
Roll it up.
for all of you bards out there, the next time you find yourself rolling in the streets of Waterdeep, and you pull out your lute and your medieval turntable,
It's like Gangster Paradise.
don't don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We will see you guys next time. Have a great night. Bye,
Love you,
everybody.
bye.